Welcome, everyone. As part of my 2-year streaming celebration, we're running a special one-shot adventure of Pathfinder 2nd Edition tonight with some friends. Like the Jotun Lord adventure playtest last year, this is a work in progress for, hopefully, a publishable adventure. With us tonight, we have Cath, Verdant, Faenliss, and Cotillion. For some, this will be their first time trying out Pathfinder 2nd Edition, so I'll be teaching the game as we go along. But as a general guideline, I love people just to say, tell me what you want to do, we'll figure out the rules from that. I will discuss 2 high-level rules concepts first right now, just before we get into things, because it does kind of shape everything that happens in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. First, all D20 rolls, so skill checks, saving throws, attack rolls, anything, will have 4 degrees of success. Critical fail, fail, success, and critical success. And this is different than, say, 5e, 4e, 3.5, almost any of them, in that rolling 10 over the target number is a critical success. Rolling 10 under is a critical failure. Natural 1s, natural 20s, those just shift the degree of success 1 step up or down, respectively. So it's much easier to crit in this game than in a lot of other ones. And while many checks have negative effects on a critical fail, it is important to know basic attack rolls practically never have penalties on critical failure. It's not trying to penalize marshals who attack and roll low. The one other general rule I like to go over before we start is hero points. Everyone starts with 1, and Willie will award more as we play, roughly about 1 an hour, plus chat may give extras. A hero point can be used one of 2 ways. You can spend 1 to re-roll any d20 check. You can also spend all of the ones you have to stop from dying. You can use this when your dying value would increase. We'll go over what that means later to know if we actually have to worry about dying rules or not. But those are the 2 ways that use hero points. And those are the 2 kind of top level rules I like to mention ahead of time. Everything else will come up as we play. The 4 of you have formed an impromptu party, traveling from the capital region to the less settled outskirts, looking for work or looking to let recent events in the capital blow over. Too much competition made it hard to earn a living. And you've heard that while the pay is lower, there is more work for less experienced folks out in the hinterlands. Let's hear a little bit about our 4 characters before you arrive at your destination village. Let's hear about Finn.
Sir Phineas Tiberian Escanel. He is called Finn by his friends. He is a kobold who wears a monocle with no glass part and a simple shirt and trousers painted to look like a fancy suit. He has buttons sewn down the front, but they don't actually attach to anything. He loves to talk with as fancy words as he can to make himself look as good as possible, but he's just a little kobold.
And what has driven him out to the outskirts here?
He is looking for fame and fortune.
And let's hear about Rena Fayt.
Hello, my name is Rena Fayt. My character is a human. She came originally from a noble background, but she was unceremoniously dumped out of her family. And of course, she couldn't let that stand, so she destroyed her entire family from the ground up. And now is going around making sure that anyone else who also needs revenge will have assistance. And so she's currently traveling with this group of party members because she did hear that there is something in this direction that probably needs her assistance for one reason or another.
And how about you, Krach?
Krach is an orc cleric who worships Yorick, the orc god, also known as the Bulwark, and he wanders around from place to place looking for people that he deems in need of his services, either physical services such as protection or healing, or spiritual services such as redemption. And he stumbled into Rena and has just been following her ever since, trying to save her soul.
It's shiny enough, it's okay.
And Lysanthir.
Alright, Lysanthir is a forest elf, dark hair, pointy ears, fangs, wears all green and gold plates. His favorite possession ever is his longbow. He named it Sindra. He's had it pretty much all his life. It's the only weapon he enjoys using. He never really ever uses his dagger unless it's necessary. So he's mainly just full archer man. Grew up with his family, very wealthier echelon of forest elf hierarchy with his family. most recent event that happened was a conflicting battle occurring between two forest elf clans, and he had to retreat from where he lived all his life. His entire family scattered, so now he's just trying to pick up the pieces where he now resides.
So the four of you have been traveling together for a number of days as you make your way, further and further out past some of the larger cities into some small towns, and eventually you're getting close to the village of Vol. It's near the very edge of the settled kingdom, and the travelers you passed along the way did make it sound like they had seen some rough times recently. It did seem some of the travelers were maybe even fleeing from Vol. But as you arrive in town, you see some collapsed walls and ruined doors, boarded up windows, marks in the road that suggest bodies have been dragged away. Though people are out in the streets beginning to work on repairs. What do you do as you arrive in town?
Seems people in need.
Crash will go up to the first person he can find and say, are there injured? Can I be of assistance?
Well, you would have been of assistance 2 days ago. There was an uprising of skeletons. Our graveyard, something happened there. They bred in the town. We fought them all back. We lost a couple. And, we don't really have anyone in town who's good at healing too well. Elga's our best. Her stock is gone, though. She used up all of her potions to keep us alive. I know she's the unsung hero of the town right now. Maybe we should start singing about her. I know she's also out of supplies, though, and she feels frantic. Right now, I think we have things under control. We're just rebuilding, doing the best we can.
Do you know what the cause of such an event was? Is it something that might happen again?
I sure hope not. That happens again. I don't know how we'd survive it. We don't know what caused it. We just survived. If you think you understand these kind of things, that could help us all out.
I have a general understanding of many things. It could be worth investigating.
Yes, perhaps we should go find Elga as well and see if she requires any further assistance. Sounds as if she's been very busy.
Yes, it does seem the immediate thing to look into.
Agree.
Very well. I'll do whatever you guys want, but I'm very tired.
Well, around town, we don't have a lot to offer visitors. If you're tired, if you have a tent, you're welcome to set up anywhere you want. I'm sorry we can't be too much more hospitable at the moment. Times are a little tough.
That they are. Very well.
So where do you want to go first?
I vote we go talk to the healer person.
Okay.
Yeah, see if we can find their makeshift infirmary.
Give me 1 second. Chat has been very kind and is awarding some extra hero points for folks. I'm just trying to get those handed out. But of course, technical difficulties. Thank you, Rue. Never gets to use yours on any other campaign because you're always a player.
Yay.
Okay, everyone has 2 hero points now. There we go.
Huzzah!
Thank you.
Do that.
Excellent, you have my gratitude.
Okay, so yes, you head down the street a little bit. The worker you found gave you directions to Elga's shop. It's another, kind of rough construction, just some planks, a small, roof overhead. It does look like it. It took a serious beating on the front door. It's hanging in place or kind of propped against the wall. But as you approach, she comes out. I did share her artwork privately in Discord. It is a work in progress. It's not the final art from the artist. That's why I don't want to show it on stream. But you have a young-looking orc lady dressed as a regular kind of villager, long, kind of simple dress with a little bit of a smock or an apron over it, a bandana in her hair with a small flower in it, and she is just working a mortar and pestle with some herbs as you walk up. And welcome. I've got spices and soaps, cosmetics. I'm all out of anything else more medicinal if that's what you're looking for. If you're in need of those and can spare the time, if you gather the resources, I can give you a discount.
We've heard of your valor in the trying times for your town here. We came to see if we could lend you any assistance.
And you see that she kind of blushes at that and kind of shrinks down a little bit. I just did what anyone should do. But yes, we are all out of our resources now, and Sorn and Tiom both passed away in the attacks. They were the gatherers who used to get resources for me. I I know it's in the forest nearby, but I don't really know where they found the things. And she kind of shows that one of her legs is a little bit, little bit mangled. It looks like she had some injury in her youth, and I can't get out too much myself, but if you're able to look for them, yes, it would really help the town and me.
We can indeed do this for you. Please just describe what it is we need to bring you.
Visual representation would be fantastic. A book
Yes.
or something.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll describe them first, and she starts also rustling under the counter she's working at, trying to find some visual references. There's three main reagents. There's the bloodwort ferns. They look, fern. They look like ferns, except they are typically two-tone. The lower half of each frond is a little red in color. They grow about 2 feet tall. We need about however many you can find. I'd like to have 20 to 30 of them, but who knows how much you can find out in the woods there. We also need white vein mushrooms. These are large. Well, by large I mean about 2.5, 3 inches tall, with a yellow cap, with white veins running throughout the cap. I don't know as much about them. I do get more yield out of each, so even 10 would be enough to help us for quite some time. And finally, bitter cress, and that 30 to 40 branches would be wonderful. And those are kind of like rose-looking bushes. It's a slightly woody stem, multi-lobed, pale green leaves, typically about 5 to 10 leaves on each kind of branch. They're low bushes, I think. I'd love to try growing some of them locally. The gatherers never brought back any cultivatable samples. If you have any idea how to do so, that would also help tremendously.
Rena has taken notes. They're not very good notes, but she has taken notes.
And she does find a book that she seems a little embarrassed to show you, but she does open it up, and inside you see what looks like probably a 5 or 6 year old version of her messing up in front of her grandfather being taught some of these alchemy things. But there are some pictures in the margins of these various plants that you're looking for. So you can see a visual reference. I don't have one to share with you on screen, but she does have some to share. And
like actual visual or like drawn visual?
These would be drawn, like a good herbalist drawing sketches with the key points, like maybe showing that every branch of the bitter cress is, they're not opposite branches, they're alternating branches, and the shapes of the leaves. So it does seem like it's a useful scientific reference, but she doesn't have like a pressed version to show you like this is what it looks like.
Can I copy those drawings into my notes?
Sure, you can give me a crafting check, or how well, or if you have art lore or anything like that, you can do the first roll of the game, and we'll see.
Well,
perfect. This
yes.
is exactly what I wanted.
So yeah, Rena's made some sketches, and
got it, guys. Don't worry about it. I got everything written down. It's good to go. You just look at her notes, and it's chicken scratch.
Yeah. Can I do like a nature
That's
check?
beautiful. We should put it on the icebox.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Can I do a nature check since I'm a forest elf and
sure.
Okay, because I'd assume that I know this sort of thing, living all my life in it.
Roll didn't show on stream. That's interesting. Sorry, that was feedback from Rue. Well, this roll is showing up. Yeah,
I see yours.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I don't know.
I got a 16.
The first one didn't.
Okay.
Oh.
I think stream is delayed. That's why.
Yeah, stream is delayed. That's all it is. Okay. No worries. Okay, so with your check there, like looking into what you know about these, are you trying to make better drawings of them? Are you trying to learn more about like where they can be found or how to cultivate them? What type of information are you trying to remember?
I'm trying to remember where they could be found, like specifically.
Okay. Yeah. So you've heard of these plants before, and bitter crest favors larger clearings because it does require sunlight and good wind flow. It seems like it does potentially suffer from mold or rot if it doesn't have enough airflow, so you don't typically find it deep inside the forest. But in clearings, often where logging has happened, you might be able to find it more easily. The white vein mushrooms, they kind of the opposite. They want very heavily shaded places, often on decaying wood. And
all right, I share all this info with the team. And I say, well, we gotta go to 2 different areas because the Bitter Crest needs to be found in open clearings, and the white one is in deep shade.
White vein mushroom, excuse you.
White
it's a yellow
vein
cap with white
mushroom.
veins. I didn't write down how tall it was, I forgot. We only need 10 of those. I got that number down.
And of course, the bloodwort, the ferns, they also tend to like shade and more damp regions.
Okay. And the bloodwort and the ferns are also in shade. So we're gonna have to go do an open clearing and a shaded area to find all this.
Great. Are you good at that?
Wonderful insight.
Thank you. I'm good at identifying, I would think.
You think or you are? This is important.
I know. I've lived in the forest my whole life. I see
Yeah, but
nature
are you
all the
good
time.
at it?
Yes, I'm good at medicine, herbal medicines.
I'm
good
also good at medicine.
Ooh,
I
fancy.
could probably out medicine you. This was sorry, lady. Sorry, ma'am.
I
lady
know,
they're in
I
front
know
of.
about forest lore. When it comes to open clearings, though, might not be super adept at that, but I think I could still identify.
Then my notes are obviously better. I'm ready to go. Okay, we're gonna go find your stuff and we'll be back.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
glad to find
Thank you
myself
so
in the
much.
backwards.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you're heading off to, it sounds like the woods nearby. Any type of choice of direction toward the woods based on what you know?
Rena has 0 nature, so like she's just gonna walk unless someone tells her
Yeah,
not to.
can I roll like a forest lore or something
Yeah.
to like know? Okay.
I feel we should start near the outskirts to look for the Bitter Crest.
Oh sure.
Hey,
Yes.
big old 20 for forest lore.
Yeah, so Lysanthir, you can tell that, there is a small path leading into the woods. You suspect that probably, and you see evidence of, kind of a wheels and dragged things. So you suspect this might be where they do some of their wood chopping and then they, drag the wood back on some axles. So you do think you could follow that trail in to probably find a clearing. Otherwise, if you want to just meander more through to look for the more shaded regions, you could do that. You also saw a river a little bit away from the town that seems to enter the forest as well. So you have kind of 3 leads you could follow on.
Okay, I share all the leads with my team, but I recommend out of all these 3 areas that I mentioned, I think the path would be our best bet because I think that would most likely lead to an open clearing, and we can get that ingredient out of the way.
But here's the thing. If you follow a path, people have already gone down the path. I feel like we need to go off the path where we can't see the direction we're going, and we're gonna find it.
She doesn't really seem like a navigator, does she?
What do you mean? That's logical. If you follow the path, people have already been on the path, and it's already been picked clean.
Yes, but
Finn, back me up here.
That particular one only grows in open clearings, and pathways generally lead to open clearings from my understanding of the forest.
Quite a dilemma.
I say we
Indeed.
follow the forest elf.
All right, fine. But I got my notes. I'm gonna find it before he does.
Excellent
Certainly
note.
your drawings will come in handy.
Okay, I'm
I
going to put you
know.
on a forest clearing map as you have
Yay.
arrived. And let me put you arriving from the west side. You should see yourself. You should see the map. Let me actually get rid of the characters that I've had on the screen for a while.
Excellent.
So yes, you've arrived at this kind of large open clearing of maybe about a 5-minute walk into the forest. And as you got here, you can see this does look like a place they have done some lumbering. You see what looks like maybe one tree that was not fully harvested that's lying down kind of in the middle of the clearing here. You see smaller shrubs scattered throughout the clearing, and you see paths leading off in various directions.
All right. I feel like
It's like
this
some-
would be our best bet to try and find our first ingredient.
Yes, I feel we should inspect some of these bushes to see if they match the description.
Let's split up, gang.
All right.
No, well,
Scatter in all different directions.
Quick, can I use survival to try to find it before the elf does?
Sure,
No, I'm rolling nature.
you can both give me a nature and a survival roll as you try to find, you start a competition to find.
Oh god!
Oh no!
Oh, let's go!
So
I
you,
shall roll nature
you
as well.
both run off a little bit. I'm going to move you a little
They're
bit,
both very enthusiastic.
looking at different sets
Very
of plants, comparing what you see to your book. or Lysanthir comparing it to your memory and your, But I think you're both looking at each other more and trying to make sure they haven't found it yet, and less that you're doing it yourself. You're more worried about, like, they haven't done it. Krach?
Trying to compare this plant to my notes, and I'm like, I don't know if that's the same plant.
Is that a green leaf, or is that a letter Z? I'm not sure.
I can't remember what I wrote here. That's probably fine.
Crash?
Clearly it's over here.
It feels like you decided the most important thing was to check the defensibility of the tree trunk that had fallen, and you can tell that you could hide behind the tree if you had to very easily. But the tree is not one of the reagents you need. And Finn?
I'll take a look around.
What is with these low rolls?
You're looking around and you're like, I wanted to leave nature. That's why I left these areas before. One plant looks like just another to you. And you're looking around and you're getting your nice fancy shirt caught on some thorns, and you're just getting frustrated as you look around here. After spending about 10 minutes here and feeling a little bit stymied, all of you, what would you do next?
I think it's clear from our thorough investigation that it is not in this location.
I agree. I concur. There's nothing here.
I'm sure it's here, but fine.
You can
Don't
keep
worry.
looking if you want.
How sure are you that it's here? I would defer to your expertise if you think this is the best location.
Fayless, could I roll Forest Lore again?
Sure, yeah. Just taking more
Hey.
time.
If we're rolling again, I'm gonna roll again.
Guys, what the?
Yeah. Rena, you finally find something probably against your own suspicion that, like, wait, no, this looks exactly like the bitter crest that she was sending you after. And it looks like it's, about a 3-foot tall bush. And you think you could spend some time with nature or survival to harvest some things off of this if you want.
I found it! I'm better than you.
It does
No,
look
you are
exactly like
not.
your drawing.
It does look exactly like my drawing, right? Okay, all right, we got it. We need 30 to 40 of these.
And before you start harvesting,
Frick.
you do have a couple of people come out of the woods that look like they were watching you.
Oh, hey!
And, well, hey there, Missy. Looks like you, got some good gear on you. How about you hand that over and we let you walk out of here?
I will clutch my pearls. How dare you?
Stay back, friends. We want no trouble from you.
Samaritans, we're trying to render aid to the town. Would you be able to assist us?
Oh, why is that not doing the right thing? There we go. Oh, you can give us all your belongings. That's plenty of aid for the town.
No, I don't think we'll be doing that.
I don't have any belongings.
This is your last warning.
I believe they were less in need of our personal effects and more of medicinal herbs and remedies.
Oh, but your weapons, they look valuable. We could sell them to buy all the whatever those plants are that you're getting.
Can I roll a deception and be like, no, we don't have anything of value. Seriously, all of this is garbage.
After clutching your pearls? Sure.
Clearly fake pearls.
I call you. Oh my god. Unbelievable.
I'm going to say, yeah, that was a good roll. The two of them start kind of retreating back. Oh, it's like, yeah, they have nothing. What are you talking about? But then the one in front, he's just going to yell, "You idiots, get them." And we're rolling initiative here. But they're starting.
I was so close.
Where is initiative?
So initiative,
And-
so to explain a couple things here as we get into the first combat with some people who have not played PF2 before. First, on the character sheet, the initiative would be on the red sidebar on the left, where it just sits about halfway down. It says initiative. You can click on the die there. And that should do it. And
Ick.
Wow.
Yeah, not the lowest.
I'm in danger.
I am gonna give I'm gonna give you a boost up to, because normally in Pathfinder you also can use kind of whatever skill you had just used relevantly. So since your deception check was so good, I'm gonna use that as your initiative.
Good.
Because you kind of were the instigation of this, so you kind of were ready. So, okay, now to explain how combat works in Pathfinder 2nd Edition here. First, let me get this up on the screen so people can see the initiative tracker. So on your turn, you get 3 actions and 1 reaction. And that means you could stride 3 times. You can strike 3 times. You can use all your other things. You have feint, you have tumble through, you have various abilities on your character. Rena, I know we talked about them a little bit a day or two ago, so you might, if you have questions, feel free to ask, but you do get 3 actions per turn. If you attack multiple times, each successive attack does take a penalty. And it's -5, -10 for regular weapons, -4, -8 for agile. I think your weapons are agile. Let me double check. Most things we would give a thiefy type character would be agile. Yours is not. Yours is finesse but not agile. So it would take the full -5, -10 for later attacks. And the reactions, simplest thing is compare them to attacks of opportunity, but those are not universal in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Very few people have what we call reactive strikes. That's attacks of opportunity. So you can generally assume creatures do not have them. No one in your party has it. You have a reaction, Rena. You have nimble dodge. So if you are targeted, you can declare that you're trying to dodge away before I roll the attack against you once per round. I think the other reactions in the party, for people to know, Crash would have shield block, and Faenliss, I think, has a counter performance. If someone's casting a spell or things of that nature, you have ways to try to interrupt that. I don't think Lysanthir has a reaction. So that's kind of the rough idea. If you stride, you can move your speed each time. And your speed, Rena, is 30 feet. You can see the grid here. It's normal 5 feet. Pathfinder also measures diagonals differently than 5e. Every other diagonal is 5 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet, rather than always 5 like I know 5e does. So that's probably, and if you're dragging there, you're seeing it. It's doing the math for you. Everywhere that's inside the trees proper will show up as difficult terrain, so it would be doubled inside there. And again, if you're dragging the mouse, it should do that automatically. That's where it's showing the extra plus. So yep, what would you like to do? Talk me through it. I'll help you figure out the game terms if we need to, and we'll take it from there.
Sure. I would like to do an insightful quip at the foe to start this battle.
Okay.
Your Robin Travelers? Ambition clearly wasn't an option for you.
And so this is going to be a bon mot, so give me your diplomacy roll against him.
Oh my god.
Yes, so that is a, let's see, so that's not quite a critical success, but it is a success. So very good. And let me send that to chat there just so I can drag the effect onto him. So he now has a lower will save, and that may help Faenliss with various spells that target will, or other things of that nature. And he does look a little rattled, and he's like, but no, shut up. And he's yes. So that was your first action, and you have 2 more.
Yes, thank you. Can I draw my rapier in action?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, so I draw my rapier, so that was action number 2. And then action number 3, I would like to stand behind my friend.
Very good.
Get him!
Lysanthir, what would you like to do?
All right. I will, my movement's 35 feet, right?
Yep, elves are very fast.
All right, so I will go...
One thing to remember with your bow, because we should explain this, with the longbow, you actually take a penalty if you're closer than 30 feet to an enemy.
Really? Okay.
So you want to be at a decent distance, and right now you are 50 feet. So you're at a great distance. If you wanted to spend 1 action grabbing the bow and 2 actions shooting, you're set up for that right now without moving.
Okay, because I see Crash and Rena's kind of in the way. Is there anything that causes an issue with that, or?
He would get, because the straight line from you to him passes through Crash, he would get the bandit up front would get a +1 bonus to his AC. It's a small bonus, but it is a thing. You also are a ranger, so you might want to, move, grab your bow, and hunt prey against him, and then you get bonus damage against him for the rest of the combat. Or if you think he's low enough health, you want to take 1 shot without hunting prey and save that for next turn. You have a couple of options.
Okay, I'm going to move next to Faenliss so that there's no crossfire. 20 feet. I think I'm still within...
You're a good distance, yeah.
Yep, okay. And you said hunt prey. Does that add a debuff on him before I shoot?
It actually puts a buff on you for the way Foundry does it, but effectively it's putting a debuff on him. Your first attack each round against your hunted prey target will do a bonus D8 of damage.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'd love to do that as my second action. And then I guess my third action would be drawing my longbow at him.
Yep, there we go. Okay. One of the bandits who almost ran away is up next, and he is going to start off by, I think, let's see. Yeah, he's going to delay actually until after his buddy. And what does he want to do? Rena made him mad. I think he wants to...
Hit by my friend.
Yes, he's going to draw out his club. He may have had it out ahead of time. I'm not going to say he did, though, like, while he was menacing you. So he's going to draw the club. He is going to just stride on up right next to Crash, but trying to hit Rena. And that was so he drew a weapon, strode, and one attack.
Nimble dodge!
Okay, so you have a +2 on this. That nimble dodge saved this from being a crit for you. This made it, that's a 28. Your AC is currently 20, not 18, so it's a regular hit. So that nimble dodge really helped you. And he hits you for 5 points of damage. If you just press the damage button that shows up right there, that should auto-apply to you. Oh, and it looks like health bar's not showing up. Let me fix that for the party. Yep, that worked. There we go. And that was his whole turn. And the one who delayed is up now. And he wants to... let's see, that's going to take him 3 actions to get there. So he's just going to 1 action stride to the edge of the woods. He's going to draw a dagger and try throwing the dagger at Crash.
So, question for you. Maybe this is too meta. 2 questions, I guess. Steel shield has to be strapped to your arm, so kind of technically always have it equipped, right?
Yep.
And I did use the defend exploration activity.
I would say,
Didn't
though,
automate it.
if you were looking at all for the plants, you would not be in the defend mode while looking for plants.
Fair enough.
So
Plants are dangerous. There could be spiders in there.
the dagger, though, still goes kind of glancing off your armor and just bounces off into the grass by your feet. Finn.
I believe I would like to start my turn with a courageous anthem to inspire my friends.
Okay.
Huzzah!
Yep. So everyone, if you want to just drag that spell effect onto your token from the sidebar, that would automate the bonus for you.
Oh,
And
look,
this
I'm
gives
rather
you-
inspired by it myself.
This gives a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects.
Oh,
Sorry, how do we do
fun.
that?
If you see in the sidebar where it says spell effect courageous anthem, if you just drag that on top of your token.
Sorry, I can't find where Courageous Anthem is.
It's in the chat box, Vivi, where Fyrus just posted Courageous Anthem. You may need to click the chat
Oh,
messages if you're not in
okay.
it,
okay.
and then just drag it over and drop where it says spell effect.
Oh, yeah. There it is, okay.
Take heart, friends. We are far more than these ruffians.
There you go. You got it.
Yay. Yay, okay.
And you have 2 actions left, Virus.
I believe I would like to pick up a rock and use my telekinetic projectile to chuck it at the leader there.
Sure. So if you want to hover over the leader and press T, that will get him targeted as well. There you go. And then pick your damage type. You can easily find, I'd
Rock,
say,
so we'll do bludgeoning.
yep, that sounds fine to me. And roll the attack button there. Ooh, good roll. That's going to critically hit him. So
Nice.
roll.
Excellent.
So it just lands right in the face. Maybe because he's still not leering, but glaring at Rena for her quip. He's just not paying attention to you, and you get the rock to land right in his ear and really hit him hard. So press the roll damage button up above,
You should watch your surroundings.
and then I do double that, and he just drops. He just
Oh my
drops
god.
directly.
Jeez.
That rock just rattles, and it's like you see the light go out of his eyes, and he just falls to the ground there.
He's taking a nap. He's fine.
And up next is one of the other ones in the woods who is looking a little bit scared, and he's looking at his buddy. He hasn't run off yet, so he's going to move through the woods. Of course, as I said, the woods are all difficult terrain, so it's taken him 2 actions to get to the edge of the woods here, and then he will draw his dagger. Crash.
Right. Crash will draw his Morning Star, and then I think he might cast a spell. In fact, yes, he's going to cast Guidance on Rena.
If you want to drag both those things to yourself, Rena, spell effect guidance and effect guidance immunity.
And then he will simply raise his shield.
You have all your gear finally equipped and ready. Rena, top of round 2, what would you like to do?
Can I intimidate them to go away?
Yeah, demoralize is a single action. You can do that on one of them at a time, and that uses your intimidate skill. You can just roll that.
One at a time.
Yep. They do have to be within 30 feet. They both are, so that either of them would be a valid target for it.
Okay, all right. I am. So you gave me guidance. You gain a +1 to an attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check. Does this count as
Yep.
a skill check?
Yep. Demoralize would be a skill check using intimidate.
You do have to
Nice.
toggle it on though when the roll window pops up. There should be a guidance option. Make sure it's toggled on if you want to use it. You don't have to use it on the first thing that you do in your turn. but if you don't use it this turn, it goes away.
Okay.
Intimidation.
How do I click which bandit I want to put it on first?
If you just mouse over one and say and press T, that will target them, and I'll be able to tell which one. There you go. I see which one you're choosing.
Okay.
The one in the 1 o'clock position. Yep.
So I have to use guide. I have to tell you I'm using guidance before I roll. Yes.
You can press if you're on your skill tab. If you click the die roll for intimidate, I think it should ask you if you want to use it. If it you've said you want to use it, so if it doesn't ask you, we know you want to add the +1, and it's fine.
There'll be a little toggle there, and it should be toggled off by default. So you just need to make sure it's toggled on.
Cool. For this guy, I'm gonna be like, hey, you don't want more of that, and I'm gonna point down at their leader who has the rock, like, and the blood coming out of the side of his head. You don't want more of that. Go on, leave. Oh God.
That's a 14. That is a regular success against him. So he is going to be frightened 1, but he's not going to be fleeing yet. But you can tell you have rattled him, and he is definitely unsure about things. Frightened is a great condition to apply. It's basically a -1 to everything of his, to his attacks, to his saves, to his armor class. It affects basically everything. It does tick down by 1 every round automatically, so he does it will wear off. But you have him scared, and you can tell that he's looking a little nervous. You suspect if his other buddy was dead, he would be running now.
Okay. Can I also intimidate the second one?
Sure.
Okay, I would like to do that as well. Now, is this at a negative, or it's going to calculate that, right?
It's going to calculate it. It's not an attack, so there's not any negative. There's just no guidance on this one. That should be gone.
Okay. So to the second one, I'm going to say, hey, honest work pays more than this, right?
And that's still the success on these guys, because these guys are not particularly brave to start with. So he is also frightened 1. And the two of them, they are both looking at each other. You can tell that they are trying to gain courage from their friend being here. And the littlest little bit of an extra push, might be enough to send them running. You have 1 action left, Rena.
Can I aggressively tumble towards them? Is that a thing?
Sure. I mean, you have the tumble through, you have the tumble behind special ability. I know that won't get, I don't think you can get behind him with that, with the distance you need. You can get close, though. Yeah, you need 5 extra feet of movement to get there. But yes, you can roll an acrobatics check. That's being flavored more aggressively, kind of bravado style.
Yeah. I want to aggressively tumble towards them like, I'm gonna come get you, trying to scare them away.
Sure.
But I'm actively rolling towards them. Aggressive roll.
Aggressive roll. Yep. So again, this is going a little beyond the usual what you can use tumble for, but I'm allowing it here. And he is going to. That was a critical success, so I'm going to bring that up to a frightened 2 on him.
I'm gonna go boo. Come up in front of him.
Yes, you're doing the Dark Souls roll for dodging for no reason, but making it look scary.
Ooh, I'm spooky. Yeah, essentially.
Excellent. I'm assuming I don't have my hunt prey anymore because the guy that
he died.
Yeah, he got wrecked.
You can pick someone else and shoot twice.
We'll choose him. I hit T on him.
Yep, I see it. Yep.
Okay, and I think I'm within. Let me just verify if I'm within the correct distance.
You're 35. That's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So I'll just
you hunt. So you're hunting prey on him, I believe you said, right? Or not? Or you're just gonna shoot him. Which are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hunt prey on him first, and then shoot him twice.
Okay. Let's see how that goes.
Is it applied still?
I think I still see it on you, so I think we're okay.
Okay. I just have the chat open. I gotta freaking I'll open my character sheet from here. Oops.
Double click your face.
Yep, that does it. You also, you might see at the very top of the screen, you have a list of strikes, action, inventory. There is a hotbar up there. If that's easier than the character sheet, if you have a small screen, that HUD up there is also a great tool. So
okay, perfect.
And just the +8 line for the longbow is what you'd want to use.
Okay, cool, nice. Yes. Okay, I think this should be okay.
Whip. 21 is a hit. Press the damage button next to that.
Damage button.
That didn't do the right thing. So roll me. That's fine. It's not your fault. I don't know why it didn't roll it. I'm going to roll the extra one for you right here. Because it was a hunted prey. You do get a bonus die.
I think the hunted prey needs to be
reassigned.
Yeah.
So you still did 15 points to that one.
Nope.
Oh, wrong
gotta
person.
play
I
the-
applied it to Lysanthir. You did not shoot yourself. You did not shoot yourself. I fixed that.
Arrow went straight up and then came straight back down.
Oh,
It's like those lawn darts they told us not to play with as a kid.
that's the problem. I was on the stream view trying to apply it, not on the GM view. And yes, that one arrow just goes streaking in, and right through that guy's throat, lodges him into the tree behind, and he's still standing up, but that's because the arrow is holding him into the tree. He has
Wow.
been defeated.
Amazing.
And you still have one action left.
Huh. Weak. I'm gonna try, even though Crash is in between me, I'm gonna try and just make a crazy shot at the last.
Please don't shoot.
I won't. I hope I won't.
Yep, so one shot, he does get 1 point of cover, shooting through Crash effectively, but that's fine. And a
Let's give it.
extra hero point for Finn coming in. There we go. Let's see. This should have been a second attack, so there should be a -4 on this. So it's not going to be a crit, it's a regular hit. Press the damage button.
Nice. Okay.
And
Bam.
6 points to the other bandit, who looks very, very injured. And it is now his turn, and he is going to go running off down this path and pretty far off the map.
Wait, my pearls! I haven't clutched them enough.
It is Finn. Are you letting him run away, or are you trying to chase him down?
I believe he's seen enough for one day. I would let him go.
Okay. Crash, Rena, Lysanthir, any of you chasing him down, or is combat over?
I would have tried to trip him when he ran away from me, but we don't have attacks of opportunity here, so no, I'm okay.
Yeah, Crash would let him go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we
I
go.
will also let it go.
We are now out of combat. Congrats on surviving your first combat here in Pathfinder. And
Yay.
that was considered a moderate encounter. I think it went very well for you all. So that should have been kind of the bread and butter difficulty you see most of the time, just for new players to kind of get their feel. Of course, level 1, it can be very swingy, and you had some great rolls early on that really helped. And I didn't get to show off any of their fun abilities they have, but good job.
How on for you?
The one thing that you
Looks
did notice, unfortunately, is this guy here. He managed to trample the one plant you had found so far,
Oh.
because you were fighting right next to your plants, and that's maybe a bad idea.
Sir, the combat's over. You can wait. He's not sleeping.
Finn, he fell on my plant. Well, they usually crush them for medicine anyway, right?
Yes, but he also bled quite a bit on it. I think we'll have
we
to
can
find
wash it
another
off.
sample.
Yes, I think we need to find something new. Hang on
Okay,
a moment,
but-
Rena. Let me treat your wounds real quickly.
Oh yeah! What happened to me again?
I believe the club guy hit you with this club once.
Oh, okay,
brute
listen. Oh, well, Crash, while you're bandaging me, I'm like, listen, this is why I stood behind you. You just let him walk around you. What was that about?
He's very quick.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Sorry. I was
Focus on the
focused
work.
on your bandaging. Yeah, sorry. He was faster than I expected him to be.
That's okay.
I actually lied to you, Rena. I forgot to bring my healer's toolkit, so I cannot treat your wounds.
No, that's okay. I have a healer's kit. Here, you can
Oh.
use mine. I have
Excellent.
one, right? You gave me one.
I made sure to give one of the pre-mades I made for you all, just in case.
Perfect.
I'll grab one.
You're like, I don't have one. Wait, I have my own healing kit.
Hey,
just gonna-
can I rip my arrow out of the guy's body to recover it? From the
Usually arrows are destroyed in this system, but if you want to give me, what type of check would it be? Let's say an athletics check to see if you're able to recover it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, let's do it.
There you are, Rena. You can click that apply healing and it should heal you.
Oh, thank you.
So you go to pull this thing out, and you pull it out, but you notice that the arrowhead stayed in the tree, and you just kind of snapped the arrow off. So it didn't work as well as you'd like, but the body now slumps to the ground, is no longer being held up by the arrow.
Okay.
Mm,
Well-
can I roll the other guy's body over and at least pick the plant, the bitter crest, so that I have it as an example to find it again?
Sure, yeah, you can definitely do that.
So these ne'er-do-wells were after our goods. Are they carrying anything of import?
Are we reverse looting?
I mean, you can look at if you should be able to click on the body, and you should be able to see his inventory.
They do say turnabout is fair play. He does have some coins on him.
I'm gonna look at Crash. Crash, this is your area of expertise. Do we burn them or bury them, or what do we do with them?
Well, normally I would honor the dead, And even though they're bandits, I feel they deserve that honor. So we should probably bury them.
Bury, not
Very
burn.
well.
They did say something about undead, and so I fear they'll come back as undead.
Actually, that's a very good point. We just out of caution, we should burn them.
Okay. Can we go to a not dense foliage area to burn the body?
You could drag them back out of the forest. It was only about 5 minutes in here that you would walk to get back to kind of the outlying fields that were mainly grassy, though. You don't know if that's any better than a dense forest.
There's no, like, rocky terrain?
Not that you've seen around here, no.
Also, Finn, yes, take whatever you want. I'm cool with that.
Just gonna grab these coins off of here. He's not using them anymore.
Yeah, this one also has copper pieces on him. I shall also take them. If I...
You should be able to just drag them onto your character sheets, probably the easiest way.
Okay. Give me your pennies.
No neon signs to direct to the needed plants. Absolutely not.
Excellent. All right.
All right, well,
Well, perhaps before we do that, let's gather the bodies in one place and then let's see if we can find the plants that we need.
Okay.
So we're not going back and forth.
I pick up this guy's corpse and bring it to the other corpse so we
Sure.
can pile them up. Do I have to do like a strength check or something?
No, you can do
Okay.
that. I'll pull it over there for you outside of combat.
can we, can we, I don't know, can I, in a circle, can I, remove all the foliage in a circle here and so it doesn't spread? And that way we can burn the bodies in, here?
Sure. Give me your survival or your nature check while you're doing that. Or athletics if you're doing it without any care or attention. Survival and nature would help you avoid destroying any more of the plants that you're looking for while you're clearing.
I'm good
Yeah.
at controlled burns.
Athletics would just be, slash and burn the area.
Is it
Is
just
there,
Rena, or should we all do that?
Yeah, is there a help
I think
action?
retreating to a safe distance.
There is
Yeah,
aid.
there's an
Aid is a DC 15 check using the same or a relevant skill, and it would give a +1 on the person's roll.
Can we all give aid, or is it,
It does not
one
stack.
aid?
So you could all
Looks like-
try, but it does not stack, and if anyone critically fails, that would hurt. So
looks like
Hmm.
Crash has
I
the
roll
highest nature,
survival
so
separately.
you want to roll separate. Yeah, so if you're independently doing the same thing, Lysanthir, that's fine.
I will also roll survival.
So you're doing it separately? You're not assisting?
Well, I mean, you have Crash and Finn to assist you.
No. Only one person can assist. So, one person could assist one other person, so we would have two people doing it.
Okay.
yes, if somebody would like to assist me, I will roll nature.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll help.
Okay. You're helping Crash, Lysanthir. Just go ahead and roll me a nature check.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Critical success. It's still, I think that only gives a +1 until you're expert at it. So it's still only a +1 for Crash, but that's still great.
Oops.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I rolled that twice.
That's fine. I always take the first one when people do that. So that does not have the +1, so it's a 23. Got it. So you're focusing on clearing the space, but you did find one other of the bittercress plant among all the other overgrown stuff here. If you want to harvest that one before you kind of clear it out the area, we would need another nature check on that one to harvest it, or you can
Okay.
clear a different area, whichever you're thinking at this point.
I'm already in this area, so I might as well try to harvest. How about
Yeah.
a natural 20?
Natural 20. Yes.
Yeah.
So you have gotten, 10 bundles of leaves off this plant, which is
Wow.
about a quarter of, I think, what you were sent to get. So off one plant alone, you've done a great amount. And you have cleared a good area. You think you do have almost enough space to burn these bodies safely. I think there was another pair trying those. So I think are Finn and Rena trying also?
I was just gonna slash everything out of the way with my acrobatics, so it'd make a nice big clearing.
With your acrobatics.
or athletics, I'm
Okay,
so
yeah,
sorry.
athletics would work. I'm not quite
The
sure
other
how.
A word. I'm just tumbling around, flattening everything,
I mean, I guess I could allow that at a much higher DC, less effective, if that's what you want. But
No.
I think I'll remain at a safe distance while Rena does her link spin to destroy all the plants in the area.
yep. So
There.
Rena waited until Crash at least found the useful things, and then Crash was able to say the rest of this is garbage, and you just went slashing the whole way around. So you do have probably about a 8-foot diameter area here that's been cleared of burnable stuff. It's not really a fire pit. You don't have stones, but you have at least pushed all the underbrush back. And probably as long as you're watching the fire and taking some efforts to make sure that you're not just letting, sparks fly everywhere, you feel this is reasonably safe. You know it's not perfectly safe.
Okay, I think this is good enough. I'll watch this while you guys go find more stuff if you want. Especially Crash, since you seem to be better at this than me.
Okay.
Do you want my notes?
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Hands you my scribble pad.
These will definitely be helpful.
I would like that back when you're done.
While using the notes, you have a -1 circumstance penalty.
What do you mean,
Oh,
-1?
I would like to take a sample of what Crash had found earlier to aid me in my search.
Sure. Yeah. Well, you have an
That
actual
makes sense.
sample. That's a +1.
Grumble,
Excellent.
grumble, grumble.
When I click on, like when I was, the reason I rolled nature twice there is because I clicked on the die and it did not give me the roll modifier window. It just rolled the die.
Interesting. I'm not sure why. Let me. I'm gonna test rolling on yours once. See what I see. That gives me the modifier.
Yeah. See, I can see that you're doing it on the stream window, and that's not it. It just
Yeah.
rolled it for me for some reason.
Yeah, both those seem to work for me. So I'm not sure. I know sometimes clicking on the name versus the die, or sorry, the plus number versus the die can be different, and those did give different pop-ups, but they both gave pop-ups with choices. So
I will refresh my screen then. Maybe
Okay.
it's just a Foundry thing.
yeah, so Rena is using some flint and steel and maybe some of the vegetation that you've chopped, along with some of the some of the woody stems here to try to get a fire going. I mean, it is burning a body is not easy, and you have mostly green wood here, so it's taken some effort, but you're working at it. You'll get there. There's no roll needed, but it's going to take some time. While Rena's doing that, what's everyone else doing?
I'm using the sample that I obtained from Crash to look for more plants.
Yep, give me a
I'm-
nature or survival.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, you're looking everywhere, and like Rena looks over and says, "You're stepping on another one."
I will point out that Finn has 3 hero points.
Ben does have 3 hero points if you want to spend one of them before you destroy another plant here.
Why not? Let's give it a reroll.
And so if you yep, you know how to do that. So if you right click on that, you can yes, very good
Hey.
choice. That
Rena looked over and says, "You're about to step on one."
Yep. I mean, good job. So you have found another plant there, and so you will still need another nature or survival to harvest from that one, but you have found one. And Finn, sorry, that was Finn. Lysanthir.
Yeah. Yeah, I could help Finn with harvesting it.
Sure.
So do I roll nature? Excellent.
This one right here, right where I almost stepped.
Perfect.
That is a failure, but you don't destroy the
Oh,
plant.
yeah.
You just weren't able to, like, you keep going about to do something, but then maybe your elf heritage is saying, but it would hurt the plant too much. So you keep trying to find a different place, and you're just second guessing how to harvest this thing successfully. And you've done nothing. You haven't injured it at all. So people can try again, but you're not making any progress there at the moment.
Allow me to try,
Apologies, I
friends.
have been in the way.
Yeah, Crash, you know how to do it.
Crash gets
Oh
another
my
critical
God.
success.
Oh
So
my god.
I'm not going to make you keep working at this one. You're able to eventually go across more of this clearing, and you've found 30 leaves worth. You know you needed 40, so you're not quite what she wanted, but you've gotten a really good haul from this area, and you do think you have exhaustively searched here. I'm not going to make you keep rolling more of the same, but you know that's what you've done, and you've burned the body. Rena kept it under control. Give me a survival check, Rena, just to know
Of
if it's
course.
spread or if it,
Oh, no.
You said survival check?
yes. There were a couple of
No, shh,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, there were a couple of brief moments when you had to like chase down and bat down some spreading embers. You realized that the leather armor they were wearing seemed like it kind of was flaking off and kind of drifting as larger pieces at times, and you had to chase those down, but you got it all to work. It was a little frantic, but you haven't burned down the forest.
Great. Occasionally, while this is burning and they're looking for stuff, can I look at the bitter crest piece that I pulled out that was crumpled and we couldn't use, and can I eat it?
Sure.
What?
I would like to eat the one that was crumpled, preferably the part that's not covered in blood.
Okay. Yes. Let me just make sure I'm keeping track of which ones that is used to make the alchemical item out of.
I've never had it before. I just want to try it.
Yeah,
Just a little taste. That's a treat.
Yeah, it is very bitter as per the name. You suspect it has to be mixed into something to make it palatable, because it's making you almost want to gag as you're trying to chew on this. Your tongue goes a little numb as you're chewing it as well, and but
Does it ruin my sense of smell?
it does not ruin your sense of smell.
Dang it,
And-
that's what I was kind of hoping for, because these bodies are stankin'.
But you might have a bonus if it comes up later. I have to watch for that now. Okay. What would you like to do? As I said,
Or negative.
you think you have exhausted the botanical supply in this area, and you need to keep searching for more sources of these items in the woods.
We need to find another clearing somewhere.
Clearing? I thought we needed to find not clearings for the white vein mushroom and the bloodwort fern.
No, we still need like 10 more leaves for the white thing that you just munched on.
You didn't see me munch it. You were over there.
The bitter crest.
Yeah, we need 10 more bitter crusts. So, and these are found in open clearings.
Faenliss, I'm sorry, you said it made my tongue numb?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't even want to go.
Perfect.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm sorry. I feel like I just went to the dentist.
Rena, did you eat some of the
No,
herbs?
I would never have done that. Maybe
You
a little bit.
fool!
It's fine.
Why are you eating what we seek?
Excuse me, this one was unusable.
Didn't those have blood on them?
I ate the piece that didn't have the blood on it. It's fine. I made sure.
You humans are weird.
Thank you. I try very hard.
Right, alright. On to the next clearing then, yes?
Don't we need to find some more?
Yeah, let's find some more.
This is just a normal allergic reaction to the forest.
Sure.
So go
That simply
ahead.
cannot be true.
Give me a forest lore or a survival check, Lysanthir, if you're trying to find another clearing somewhere.
Alright, sounds good.
Or did we harvest this clearing out?
Yes. Yep. You got to 30 out of 40. You destroyed, I think, only one batch here, but
Hey.
Yay!
yeah. Okay. So it only takes you about another 15 minutes. Synthar does seem to be a very good navigator through the woods, and you find yourself reaching. It's a little bit of a clearing, and it's a little bit of the river that you heard about that you were thinking of going to. So let me put you on that map now, and let's see. You would be arriving probably from. Have it on the north side of this one.
I'm gonna put it out there right now. Crash has his shield and his mace out, or his Morningstar out at
Sure.
all times now.
So you've arrived at this kind of bend in the river here, and you're now getting better at recognizing at least the bitter crests. And you can tell on this kind of clearing in the middle of across the river from where you are, seems like you see a couple more plants of that nature. This whole southern shore here, though, is covered in ferns of various types. You don't know if it's the right fern or not until you kind of go look at them. And then you do see a couple of mushrooms here and there on this log over this area. So does this, you at least possibly are seeing all the things you are looking for at this location.
Oh, perfect. I see everything we need, potentially.
Our friend back in town did say that the white vein mushrooms and the bloodwort ferns do like damp areas.
Excellent. I'm gonna. Can I
Well,
do a
so
nature
one
check
thing
on
I
the
hadn't
pool?
done before, and we should do this time. I know probably Crash would have called me on it. So one thing that Pathfinder likes to do between encounters, you have what's called your exploration mode activities. And this is designed to say, when you're not fighting, when you're not actively doing something, kind of what is your character's general posture? It sounds like Crash is going to probably be defending. So you have your shield raised. If a fight broke out, you already have your shield up. Some other common choices, you have things like Scout, which are looking for enemies. You have Search, which is looking for traps. There could be repeating a spell like Detect Magic or things of that nature. What are some of the other default ones you think a lot of people use, Crash? I'm trying to remember them.
I think that was most of the basic ones.
Yeah. So let me know. We don't need to put it officially in the game. I know Foundry can support it. We don't have to, but it's more just so I know kind of what's your posture when you're walking around the woods right now.
Avoid notice is another one.
Yeah, that's another very common one.
Okay.
You want to
I'm
be
gonna
hidden.
I'm gonna be constantly searching because I'm really looking for the plants and
Sure.
stuff. So
Okay.
I'll avoid notice.
And Thyrus?
Seeing that bandits are not uncommon in these areas, I will be keeping my eyes out for them.
Okay. So we have a Scout, a Search, an Avoid Notice, and a Defend. Wonderful. Kath, if you can give me a stealth roll. Sorry, not Kath, Rena. I don't know why it keeps. Don't know why. I thought I changed the prototype token. Why is it doing this?
If you switched it on another map, but my token was already here, it wouldn't have updated. You would have needed to re-import the token.
You were not already here, and just the prototype token is not getting updated properly.
I see.
Right again. Okay, but yes. Oh, and need to fix that one as well. So, Rena's been moving through the forest, trying to be, a little less visible. However, the whole party does know where she is at all times. So you're not hiding from your own party. Whether or not it means you're hiding from other people, you're not sure. But you are with a very very good perception party here, so that might not be helping things for your own sense of accomplishment here. And Lysanthir, if you can give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Perception. Where is it?
Perception is not a skill. It's going to be on the right-hand side with all of in that red left-hand navigation side of the whole thing. It's common to all the tabs, about halfway down.
Oh, okay. So it's the same as the initiative?
It'd be below. It'd be right above initiative.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. I see.
Yep. Basically, so for some Pathfinder history,
Yes.
in Pathfinder First Edition, perception was a skill, just like all the other skills. But because everyone always increased it every chance they got, it felt like a forced choice that was worthless. So they changed it out from being a skill, being something that progresses based on the class. Like Rangers get faster progression. That's why if you see yours, it says expert. Most people are only trained at perception at low level, but you start off +2 above most other people just by being a ranger, for instance. So
nice.
Perception is baked into the class chassis. It's no longer a skill.
But it does also scale with wisdom.
It still scales with wisdom. So yeah. Okay. Yes, you see some small creatures in the water, and let me get them visible to you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sounds correct. There's little kind of aquatic scorpion-looking things, or mini lobsters. Let me share the artwork a little larger, or almost like a trilobite, maybe. You're not sure what these are, but they're little kind of shrimp-like creatures that seem to be nibbling on both the mushrooms and the ferns.
Did you just give us a large silverfish?
Maybe.
These things are munching on what we need. There's
Has my tongue stopped being numb?
Yes, you were walking long
Okay,
enough
thank
that
God.
you would you can no longer be numb. I will toggle you back into initiative, as assume you want to stop these things from eating your plants. So you can go ahead and just roll your initiative. I will actually use Rena's stealth roll, which was the 14. We'll put that in manually.
And we should get +1 for
Yes.
Scout.
Scout will give everyone a +1. I will check if it makes a difference anywhere.
Right.
It looks like it does not. So, but we are in initiative, and up first is Finn. You probably heard Lysanthir shout out that they're eating the plants, and now you see all these little insects.
I'm sorry for these creatures that are indigenous to this area, but I believe we are in need of those. So I will walk over here. And he happens to be in the water. I believe that might make him susceptible to this electric arc spell that I have.
Good call. Not by default, but I will give him a -1 on his save. I think that seems appropriate. And he rolled a natural 1. That's a critical failure, so he's taken double damage from this. Roll your damage and double.
wow.
And yes, the one right by here that's eating the ferns, you see it. You kind of see the exoskeleton go translucent, and you see the stomach and a couple other kind of tubes through it against the backlit, and then it just sinks into the water, and you have killed that one. Crash.
Excellent.
How long did it take us to get from the previous clearing to this clearing?
About 15 minutes, I think I said.
Okay. Crash is going to... Oh, perfect. He is going to shoot some needle darts at the next closest one.
Okay. Does that have enough range? It's 60 feet.
Yeah,
okay.
it's exactly.
You got the range.
I figured out the roll modifier window.
And it goes missing. It ducks under the water, and you see your needle dart kind of skip off the surface of the water, lodge itself in that log next to it, and you've missed it. You have one action left.
He's going to give guidance to Lysanthir.
Okay. Rena.
Hello. I want to jump across the river.
Sure. So there is a long jump activity. It's 2 actions. You get a stride first, which would get you up to the edge.
Yep.
And then
I have the distance.
will roll your athletics, and you're basically jumping that number of feet with your athletics check. So it looks like you would need 25 feet to clear it. You're probably going to land in the water, it looks like, but...
Can I tumble? Can I tumble through the water? Can I land and then tumble all the way through to the other side? Come on.
Let's see
give it to me.
Let's see the athletics check first and see how far you get, and then see if tumble would be enough to kind of finish the job or not.
Okay. You said acrobatics or athletics?
I said athletics.
Listen, I would like to use a hero point.
Go ahead. If you right-click on the 10, you'll have re-roll using hero point.
Frick, on a stick.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
That's fine.
I always use the better one of the two. So you got the 10. So let me move you to where you ended up. So you strode to there, and then you jumped 10 feet. So you splashed right down in the middle of the river here. The river's
Tumbling?
not. You can try to tumble, but at this point you'd be. That's more swimming than tumbling. You're not close to a shore. You're right in the very middle. If you want to tumble, describe to me how that looks and feels for
Sure.
in the middle of the river.
So I went from the back because I backed up to make sure I got enough space. So I'm running, right? And then I jump, and then I'm going to like do a midair somersault, land with my hands down, and then push back off from the middle of the water, and then get to the other side. That is
Sure.
my plan.
Okay, you're trying like a back handspring through the water.
Yeah,
Sure. Give me an
yeah.
acrobatics check.
Perfect. I would love to. I would like to use a hero point.
Go right ahead. Yep.
God. Listen, game, give me. I'm unhappy.
Yep. You are now prone here in the water is what's happening. So you tried to do your back handspring, and instead your hand slipped on the mud a little bit, and you're kind of in the water. I'm not going to make you do holding breath rules. It's not that deep, but you will need to spend an action to stand up, or you could swim. Either way, but you can't walk right now.
I have chosen to allow the river to let me float.
If you want to swim, you can give me an athletics check to move with the river.
I'm not swimming. I am breathing, laying flat on my back, and floating down river.
Okay, yep. I will move you the 10 feet you would have moved with the river then. And that is your turn.
I am so depressed, I can't even be bothered. I'm just gonna float.
Lysanthir.
Awesome. Is this... How do I ping? Is this one on the log?
That one's in the river. That was the one that Krach tried to hit, and it just missed.
Okay. Is there any of them that I see that are like this one, for instance?
Yeah, that one is up on top of a broken rowboat.
Okay. What is the range of a longbow? Because obviously the minimum
100
distance
feet.
is
Anything
100.
over 100 feet would take a small penalty. It's at 105, so it would be a -2, or you can take a step forward and not have to worry about that.
I'll do my 35 movement.
Sure.
And I'll walk along.
Gonna
the
walk
shore
right
here.
through all the ferns you want to harvest?
Maybe not walk through. You know what? I'll just move 10 feet forward to make the minimum distance.
Okay.
Do I still? Yeah. Okay. It should be good.
And do you want to hunt prey, or do you just want to shoot? What's your thought here?
I just want to shoot.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just
Press
shoot.
T over that one and roll the attack.
T. Did it work?
I don't see the dot over him. I don't
Weird.
think the T worked.
Make sure you're hovering your mouse over it when you press T.
Yeah. Oh,
There it is. I see it.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's time to bip. Whoop.
That will hit it. Press the damage button. Your arrow just goes thwacking into this little arthropod sitting on the roof of the boat here.
Nice. Excellent.
And that looks like it is almost killed it. It's still alive. You still have one action left as well. What do you want to do with it?
I'm going for a second shot. Let's do it. Let's give it a go. Uh-oh.
And that one was going to miss. So that one, it hits the boat right next to the creature. You see it kind of squirm and shimmer a little, but it's you missed, and it's doing okay. Not the best. Now we have one who's in the water here that was munching on some other plants, not ones that matter to you. It has a speed of 30 to swim, so it's going to go swimming in the river. That's one action. That's two actions. And it's up here next to Rena but it took all three to get there.
What? Get away from me!
And so this one is going to move twice. Also gets next to Rena. Make sure this is size medium. Yep, it's size medium. And it is going to try to... Those little pinchers kind of go out to kind of see if you're see if you taste good or not. It's going to try to...
nimble dodge.
Okay, nimble dodge. There's no rule that you can't do that while floating, so yep.
Exactly.
And you flail away. You don't know if you call it that. You don't know if you call that nimble, but you keep it away, and its pinchers don't manage to get a grip on you.
Why are you in the river?
Don't question it.
That one triple moves as well, swims through the river to get up next to you.
Oh my god.
And then we have the one that Lysanthir was shooting at, and it is going to flop into the water through the hole in that boat, and it is going to just try to hide from you all. Does it have a stealth? It does. Not very well. You saw it splash in the water, and you do see that it's, under the water behind that little island there. So you know where it is, but you can't see it, both because it's under the boat and behind that little rock and under the water. So you can't see it. You know where it is, though, at least so far. You think if it moves a little bit more, maybe you'd lose sight of it, but you think it's hiding and leaving.
Okay.
Finn.
I got him together for you, Finn.
I would like to delay my turn until Miss Rena has had a chance to get out of the water, if that is possible.
Okay.
I can take a shock. It's okay. I can take it.
Your tongue was already numb before. I now want to rate that sensation to the rest of your body.
Crash.
Okay, Crash. His instinct is to run into the water and try and help Rena.
I'll be fine.
Crash is actually going to do something interesting here. He's going to put his hand on Lysanthir's shoulder and cast a spell on him. He's going to cast Runic Weapon on Lysanthir.
Okay. So drag that effect onto yourself, Lysanthir. It'll probably make you pick your bow when you do that. So this makes your bow into a +1 striking weapon. What that means, the +1, it's an item bonus on attack rolls. And striking means your weapon now does 2 dice of damage instead of 1. And so if it's against your hunted prey, that would be 3 dice, effectively. So Runic Weapon is a very strong first level spell. Normally, a +1 weapon would be around 2nd level, and the +1 striking would be around 4th level, usually. So this only lasts for a minute, but it does give you a huge bonus in your damage.
Excellent. Thank you.
And you have 1 action left, Crash.
Yeah, and I think Crash will he'll, as a free action, shout to Finn, You're gonna get him, right? Once she's out of the water? Okay, I'm just gonna raise my shield then.
Okay. Rena, you are currently prone, floating in the water with 3 creatures trying to eat you.
I would like to go out of the water if possible. Can I go this way?
It's gonna take you 2 actions to do that. 1 to stop floating and stand up, and 1 to walk out. But
can I not wiggle? Can I tumble?
No, but you have 1 action left, and you are out of the water. You are still adjacent to one of them if you want to strike one with your rapier or something else.
Well, I wouldn't have my rapier out as I did fall into the water.
That is true. So,
I have unarmed strike.
Sure.
Can I punch it for trying to nibble me?
Yes, you can.
I would like to punch it for trying to nibble me.
Yep, so if you hover over and press T to have it targeted, and then you should be able to roll the unarmed strike off your character sheet. There you go.
Okay, you tried to bite me? Damn.
And press the damage button, because you do hit. Like, your rage-filled punch just lands solid on this little creature floating in the water for 2 points of damage.
It's fine.
You feel like you pushed it more into the water, and that kind of absorbed some of the damage, but you definitely hurt it some.
It's deeper than I intended the water to be.
And Finn, I think that's where you want to come out of delay.
Yes, I will start with my Courageous Anthem to inspire my party here.
Everyone can drag that effect onto themselves. I believe Rena is
then I will
just
cast
exactly.
my
Yep.
Electric Arc. I'll get the far one and the one in the middle.
Okay, but these 2 are rolling saves, and I am putting a penalty on this because we said the water. It makes sense. And they're rolling not that great. Oh, 1 rolled well. Okay, good. So we have a failure. That's actually a critical failure, and the success will become a failure. So go ahead and roll the damage. We have double on the one close to Rena and regular on the one close by. Oh,
big
great.
rolls.
Yeah, so double on that one and regular on this one. And that one looks to be in very bad shape, and the one that was punched by Rena is also now just floating down the river on its back, twitching its legs a little.
I weakened it for you.
That was very effective.
Yeah. All right. What would the penalties of shooting an arrow at something in the water be?
At the ones in the water close by here, They're just swimming, so just the -2 because they're too close to you for your volley for the minus because they're not 30 feet away. So no extra penalty. If they were underwater, there would be a further -2. But
how do I position myself? You know what? I'll just shoot him point blank. We'll see what happens.
Sure.
I'll target this one.
Okay.
Is there? It counts automatically, right?
It should. Yep.
Negative. Okay. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna mark it as
Hunted prey.
hunted prey.
Okay,
yeah.
so one action to mark that one. If you press that button, let me see if I can get it to work properly this time here. I'll press that one, and we want to put it on that one maybe. Let's see if that works.
Right. Did it work?
I think the hunt prey worked. You just need to make the attack roll now.
Okay, great. Attack.
Okay, that will hit. I do see the volley penalty, so that worked perfectly. Press the damage button. We should see 3 dice. Let's see if it does it.
All right.
Yep, there it goes. It worked.
Yay!
So,
oh my god.
16 points of damage. Level 1. Thank you to the hunt prey and the runic weapon. And that one is completely obliterated. You have one action left.
Sweet. I'm gonna just target this one and Hail Mary it.
Yep.
Let's see.
If you're using from the HUD, this time click the +4 because the second attack. So you go 1 over each time. You see the +9, +4, -1 rows.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the +4 you said?
Yes, it's a second attack.
Okay. Perfect.
And that will miss.
First. Oh my god, that hurts.
And that one is up now. Let's see. It is very close to dead. And I think it has no reason to fight to the death. So it is also going to try to just swim down the river away from you all. Let's see, that's 55. It gets a couple more. There we go. We have the other one that was fleeing that you had also heard that it's swimming down the river some more as well. And do you want to still be in combat, or are you letting these little animals flee?
Yeah, they could flee.
Yeah, Crash would let him go.
That's fine. Can I grab this before it floats down river?
Can you grab which?
The dead one.
Sure, you can grab that one. We are out of combat.
Yeah.
Already pre-cooked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Rena eats everything, apparently.
Is this edible? I will ask my elf friend who is a forest dweller.
I'll do a nature check.
Sure. Let's see what you
Crash
find
would
out.
say, technically, you can eat anything.
Yeah. Poisonous or not, though.
Oh my god.
You think you've seen similar things being eaten. You know, shrimps and crawfish get eaten a lot, and this looks a lot like that. Whether or not this one is good or not, you suspect the same style of preparation should be fine. You'd want to cut out the major veins and cook it well, but you think it's edible.
We can bring it back to the town and feed them because they were short.
Crawfish, yes.
Yeah. So can we gather the 3 that we killed and bring them back to town to see if they can eat them?
Yeah, you can grab those 3.
Yeah, because they said they were pretty run down, so this would be hopefully a meal if it's edible.
I mean, these
The
are
locals would
size
know if it
medium,
was-
so these are the size of, these are about your size, so they're pretty big each.
Jeez. Okay, yeah. I'll take these over to the side while you
I
guys
believe
look
that
for
one
plants.
is bigger than I am.
Yeah, these are bigger than Finn. Finn is size small. These are size medium, so
Excellent. So we did hunting and gathering.
very, very much. And so yes, now you're going to be looking around for the plants here, and you did manage to stop them before the supplies here were depleted. You've already learned how to harvest the bitter crests. I'm not going to make you roll on those because there's more than enough here to finish your extra 10 pieces. She was interested, as you remember, in cultivating some. If you have ideas on what may work for bringing back a cultivatable sample, there are excess plants here to possibly experiment with.
I think Crash would try. He would do this last, once we have everything else we need from here, but he would try to dig one up and get as deep down into the roots as possible and try to just bring like a rooted sample for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can give me a
Lysnathir
nature
will
check
help.
or an athletics check on that.
Nature it is. Gonna use a hero point on that.
The dice
Nope,
wanted
nope.
that number. So you were erring on the side of caution this whole time. You made a very large root ball that you're taking. It is 3 bulk if you want this.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's awkward to carry. You got to keep it a little wet and moist, and the branches are poking you in the head as you have it in the backpack. It's not comfortable, but you do have a sample.
I can carry it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Could I do a check to see if I understand how this particular plant propagates.
Sure. You can give me a nature check on that. This is on the bitter crest, right? Not on the bloodwort?
Yes, the bitter crest, the one we're trying to bring back a sample on.
Yep. Okay. Let me see. Yes. So you know that transplanting, which is what it looks like Krach is trying, through the early spring to late summer, tends to be very successful. It does require a large root ball because it is sensitive to transplanting, but it does work. You're not certain about like propagation off of woody cuttings or seeds. You're not sure how well those work, but the transplanting seems to be a pretty solid approach.
I see. It seems the root ball that you've gathered would be the most optimal way to transplant this particular vegetation.
Excellent.
GM, these whatever you called them, do they have a shell?
Yes.
And you said they're the size of me.
Yes.
How large is the shell?
Breastplate size, at least.
Okay, so if I like flip them on their back and tie a rope around them, I can pull them out like a sled.
Sure.
And so if I tie them together, we could put the root ball on top of them and pull them out of the forest together as a sled.
Yes. I would say you would be aware you might need to take a little bit extra care. That might shake a lot of the root off, a lot of the dirt off the roots and expose them. So that might be a little more traumatic than some other methods of transportation. Okay. Yep. Bedroll, you're going to wrap it up so it keeps a little bit more compact, a little bit of tension. Sure, that works. No check needed for that.
We have a sled.
You have rope, you have bedrolls. Yes, you have the tools to make a sled out of these eutriptids. You can give me a nature check just to know more about these creatures, anyone?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do a nature check.
You want this public?
That would be fine, yeah. There's a recall knowledge. It normally would be private, but I'm okay.
Gosh dang.
Look
can
at
I
that.
reroll?
Another natural 20.
Krach and Rena are nailing this, so, I mean,
Wow.
the couple other things you know...
let them handle it.
The couple other things you know about these, which didn't come up in the fight ever, maybe it should have if I missed one of these. First, you know they have a stinger, which isn't as obvious in their picture there, which would have some weak poison. Luckily, you never had to find out about that. And second, and this is the thing I forgot about, which I'm okay forgetting about, they are supposed to actually have an opportunity attack, and Rena would have triggered it getting out of the water. But these creatures, I will admit right now, these are a stand-in for the ones I actually want to use in this adventure, and I did not want them having a reaction strike, so I think that still works about right. But, so they do have a poison stinger that they could have been using. You know they're poisonous. Now that you've heard that, you might know you need to do a little bit more careful preparation to use them as food, but you do know they are considered delicacies in a lot of places, so it just takes a little bit of care, but you do have some good food to bring back.
We know about proper preparation procedures with these particular creatures?
Hopefully.
Doesn't seem any of you know it, but hopefully the town folk do. I mean, this is a river by them. They probably come hunting here sometimes, so you can assume they probably know. Of course, the fact that the gatherers are the ones who seem to have passed away in the undead uprising, maybe it's less certain that they have people who know how to do this.
Well, we can at least tell them what we know about them, and they can do their best.
Do you know how to extract the poison? There should be like a sack or something, right? That's how poison works.
I would take a survival check on that rather than nature. Nature knows it has poison. Survival knows how to deal with it. Yeah, both Rena and Krach, you feel you know what you have to do. You know it's going to be a little bit of a procedure, but you're pretty confident in your ability to do it. And you think you might want to do it now before you drag them, because that might actually burst the poison sac.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. So we could remove the poison sac and put it in its own thing, and then I don't know if the townsfolk can use the poison, take it with us and use it on something else in the future. Krach, are you gonna let me keep this poison?
I think it could come in handy.
Okay, great.
Just don't
Miss Rena
eat
seems
it.
to be a responsible individual. Don't eat it, yes.
I'm
Don't
gonna
it.
eat it. I think I eat everything that comes across my plate.
Yes.
So silly.
All right, GM, we would like to extract the poison bulbs.
Yeah. I'm not going to make... I guess I'll make you do one more survival check to actually do the work. Really, only on a critical fail are you exposing yourself to the poison. So it's not likely, but there's always a natural one possibility.
I have assurance for survival.
Why do you curse
so-
me like this?
That's still not a critical fail. The DC was 14, so
That
5 is
was real close.
5 is only a regular fail. So you've pulled out the poison sac. You know that at least maybe on one of the three, you've kind of spilled the poison into the water. You know it's not enough to cause any long-term problems, but in terms of your own ability to harvest the poison for use, you only have two sacks worth of your own amount that you've extracted. But all of them are safe. These three you can bring back to the town to help feed them. They are your sled to help transport the large root ball of the bittercress. You still know you have the bloodwort and the white vein mushrooms to harvest here. I'm not going to make you roll on those, given that you defeated the enemies without damaging any of them. So you know that you have 5 mushrooms. You know you need about 5 more. And for the bloodwort, you also feel like you've gotten about 2/3 of what you were asked to find from this location. So you think you need to find at least one more clearing in the forest here, or one more gatherable area. Where would you like to go?
Do you think you can take us to another damp area in the forest?
Absolutely. I could lead you to where a good shaded, wet area could be.
Give me your survival check.
All right.
Okay. Let's
No.
do this one. And actually, let's see if I cut and paste the different way this time, if it actually handles the renamed characters better. Try that. Let's that. You didn't find as nope, that's still that did it halfway right and halfway wrong. That's really bizarre. Yes, so this has Lysanthir, this time it wasn't as damp as you were hoping for, but you do see a large number of mushrooms in this little hollow beneath a rotting tree. You see a mix of yellow and white mushrooms on the tree trunk, and a large number of white, yellow, and red mushrooms underneath it.
Interesting. May as well inspect these, right?
Yes,
Sure.
we know that the ones we want have yellow caps.
Correct. So, Lysanthir's gonna approach with Crash and do a nature check, I guess.
Go right ahead.
Nature perception here.
Nature seems about right.
Rena's gonna hide in the tree.
Sounds good.
Gremlin.
Crash, you're looking at all this, and I mean, you can tell there's a good number of the yellow mushrooms you need all up on the tree trunk. None of the yellow you see down below have the white veins that you were looking for. Lysanthir, you see that the tree trunk looks very rotted, and you think trying to step on it or climb on it, it's likely to collapse. And you're aware that these red mushrooms release poisonous spores.
Oh, we have to be extremely careful. These red mushrooms in particular release poisonous spores.
That does sound
And-
dangerous.
Yeah, and this log seems like it's about to snap, so we certainly shouldn't play around on it. Faenliss, do I see which ones are the mushrooms we need amongst them?
It's
Would
kind
that
of
be
more
check?
abstract, but it's kind of these clumps, maybe these little triplets here.
Okay. It seems the ones we want are on the log is the problem.
How
I
far
have an
above the
idea.
ground does the log seem to be?
The log's about 3 feet above the ground. You can tell it's, it fell from this place on this hill. It's kind of this weird kind of valley that was being formed here. You're not sure exactly why it's this ravine type place, but the tree has fallen. Looks like it rotted away and fell and is still rotting.
With some careful steps, someone might be able to extract the mushrooms from the ground there.
Yes. Then you are very small and presumably lighter than the rest of us.
This is
Second
true.
idea, we could put a rope around it at the top and then pull it over here.
That would be wise. Does anyone have rope on them?
Well, we're using some rope for our trilobite sledge.
Yeah, my rope's used.
I have some rope on
I
me.
think everyone should have rope in the adventurer's pack, and I think Lysanthir might actually have 2 ropes because I think you have a climbing kit as well. So you,
Oh, yeah, I
you
have a
should
climbing
have some
kit.
ropes.
Perfect. All right. I have
Those
a
are-
rope.
Whichever idea, because I mean,
I
Finn
like that
walking up is
idea.
also a good one.
I like that idea much more. It bypasses the spores, the mushroom spores, much better than having someone climb the rotting log and potentially still falling through. So let's do that, I think.
I
Agreed.
prefer that idea as well.
So someone who has, I would say, either thievery or crafting can come up to the top side of the ravine here and try to make a roll to show how well do you secure the rope around this thing. And then we'll have an athletic check to pull it off.
I mean, thievery.
Neither.
I have
my
plus
area
4 for
expertise.
both.
I have 7 for thievery. You want me up there, buddies?
Oh no.
Yes, Rena,
Gremlin.
please do your best. Also, try not to eat anything.
We should step back just in case the spores.
I know the
You
mushrooms
have
look good.
no faith in me. No
I
faith.
have complete confidence in you, Miss Rena.
Thank you, Finn. You're the only one who loves me here. I would have taken Crash. I would have taken your rope on the way up.
Yes, that's fine.
All right. GM, I would like to tie the rope here at the top.
Yep. Give me your thievery check. Yeah, you think
that's pretty
you think
good.
the rope is secured pretty well. You can tell that the area around here, it is heavily rotted, and you think it could give way after one or two good tugs. So you think you only got one or two athletics attempts to pull it off before it just kind of cuts through and just drops the tree. But you do get at least one or two attempts at this with the athletics roll to pull it aside. And so who is giving that roll?
I feel like
Crash can come and help.
Yeah, we could do a help action.
Sure.
I can help whoever's here.
Yep. So Rena, if you want to give an athletics roll for the aid, and then Crash will be primary with athletics as well.
I help.
You do help. That's a +1.
Nice.
All right. How about another natural 20?
The dice love you today. Yes, so you pull the tree over. It does not fall and release a big cloud of spores, and you are easily able to harvest the other mushrooms you needed from this site. You have all the mushrooms you've been requested to get, and you have not been exposed to all kinds of horrible spores.
Any
beat
of
them
the
at what?
ferns over here look like the kind that we need.
They do not.
Excellent. Good work.
I
Unfortunate.
think you need one more stop at least. And we'll need Lysanthar to try to find a good area with ferns.
I'm
All
not
right.
gonna walk through those mushrooms. You're brave.
Find the fern gully.
Yes. All right. Should I do a nature survival check to
Yes, please.
determine?
Let's see, I should award another hero point here. What is the current situation? Current situation is Crash and Rena both have 1, Lysanthar and Finn have 2. We'll give 1 to Rena.
That is a good roll.
Yay!
Does that
Okay.
mean we have all the mushrooms that we...
You have all the mushrooms and you have all the
Fire.
bitter crests. You're just waiting to find a little bit more bloodwort. And Lysanthar is trying to find another kind of damp shadow area of the forest here. And
Indeed.
let's sit you back in the clown car. There we go.
Honk, honk.
And to the deep forest scene.
While we're walking, I'd be like, Crash, that was a really good lift to that log there. You did really good.
Thank you. You tied that knot expertly.
Thank you. You were
Was
able to get it
impressive.
undone, right?
Yes, I gathered my rope.
Excellent. Cool. I was worried because I did tie it a little too tight to get that wrong.
Yes, it took a while. It was a very tight
Sorry.
knot.
My bad.
No, it worked out perfectly.
So Lysanthar manages to lead you kind of deeper into the more overgrown areas of the place. There's definitely much less light coming through, and the air gets damper. You don't seem to have the river cutting through here, but there is a kind of a fog ravine right ahead of you, which you think could be the type of place that these ferns would like to grow.
Yeah.
You lead us to radiation fog?
Radiation. Oh my god. The fog's natural moisture should absolutely be perfect for ferns and mushrooms and all kinds, so we'll likely find the ferns right here.
And I will take a survival or a nature check from Lysanthar as you approach this area.
Okay, I'll do another nature check.
You
Damn.
see,
17. Oh,
yeah, you
fun.
see small little hoof prints. Hoofs might be the wrong word, but you think pig or boar, some sort of small animal lives in this area.
All right, be wary, everyone. I found footprints to a creature. It might be a boar or some kind of tough beast. Be on guard.
I'm hiding.
Okay, you can give me a stealth check. Yeah.
Lysantar's gonna draw his bow and get it ready in case.
I'm so sneaky.
You are the sneakiest person who is always seen by everyone else.
I am dragging our meat
Yeah,
behind me.
You're dragging a triple trilobite sledge with a bush on top of it.
You are
Crash,
one with the shadows, Miss Rena.
Ben, what are you both
Thank
doing?
you.
Crash will move towards the fog and see if he can spot any ferns in it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check or a nature check for that. Well, the first thing you do see some more of the mushrooms on this side, which you don't need more of. You think you see the ferns on the far side, kind of more this direction, under that tree.
Over this way, friends.
And you
Fantastic.
can tell that the ravine itself is going to be greater difficult terrain to move through. It's very steep sides. It looks like it should be some kind of river that's currently not flowing through. It's dried up. not dried up, but it's just there's not enough rain to support it. It's muddy at the bottom. And that's kind of what's helping make all the fog. But it's a very steep, difficult area to move through.
I vote go around.
Yeah, we don't know if the boar or whatever it might be could be in that fog.
No, I'm more concerned of breathing in the fog. There's no fog over here.
There is no fog over there.
Okay. I'm still gonna keep my bow drawn as we
You can do that.
navigate around, but I will.
Let's circle around.
All right.
I'm gonna be behind everybody as I'm dragging the meat.
Right about when you get there, Crash, I'm going to pause you. You definitely hear a rustling sound behind the trees, or the bush right here, and you would see the two boars coming out of that area.
Well, there they are.
Won't make you roll initiative yet. They're rustling, but they're not charging you, but I'll unpause it here. What do you want to do? You see definitely some wild boars. They're large, they have tusks. One looks slightly smaller than the other one, but these look, like you've usually heard, ill-tempered, probably feral, probably not wild boars, and they probably have very little fear of humans.
I think he'll wait and see if they become aggressive.
Okay.
They're like to be quite territorial.
Yeah. Do I have visual on them yet?
Let me see. Where you are, probably not quite. You can, because this is a small, maybe 5-foot high cliff here. So to get down to the area where the boars are or the mushrooms and the things are, you need to kind of come down the side right here.
Okay.
That little ramp area.
Okay, I will slowly advance towards Crash.
And Crash will say, "There's two boars straight ahead. What do you know about them?"
Typically they're aggressive, but if they haven't spotted us, maybe we could get the jump on them.
Already have enough meat.
Rena is making a lot of noise as she continues moving through the brush with her sled since nobody has told her anything.
Rena, shush! As soon as Lysanthar gets sight of him, he'll try and mark one as a hunt prey or whatever it is. Hunt prey.
Okay. In that case, we will turn this into initiative.
Oh boy.
Well, just because at this point, round by round timing may matter. So they may not be aggressive yet, but we'll roll in for initiative. So go ahead and roll that. Did we get a roll from Rena? Yes, we did.
I was finding it, sorry.
Nope. Yeah, Lysanthar. So you're up first. You could have hunted prey one of them before we rolled combat. So, but if you don't want to start combat, that's also fair. They've not become aggressive yet, but you've taken actions that are telling me seconds matter. So that's why we're in initiative.
Okay, good to know. As a forest elf, you wouldn't want to just kill them just to kill them. But he does know that boars in general are aggressive. What's the deal with Pathfinder and animal taming?
Yeah, you could try a nature check to at least know what you might be able to do with that.
Okay.
You know a druid would have a lot more options, but you can try a little bit with this.
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot.
So you know that they are territorial. You also know that they tend to see the mushrooms probably as delicacies. If you were to stay away from the mushrooms and not get too close to them, you think you might be able to avoid angering them.
Okay.
So you probably would have to go through the fog on the upstream side rather than the side you're on now to do that. But you think that could be possible.
Okay. In a lower tone, Lysanthar will whisper to Crash, yeah, they find those mushrooms right below us to be a delicacy, and they are highly territorial, so we could look for other mushrooms to avoid this, but...
Well, we don't need these mushrooms. We're just trying to get to the ferns on the other side of the mushrooms.
Exactly. So I think we can avoid this whole situation altogether. Should we just go back around the ravine?
Yes, I think we can brave the fog.
Okay. So...
I will say we do not need to track initiative for the moment. I'll end it again.
Alrighty.
You can move freely.
Why don't we just go around them on the backside? This way.
They're territorial, Rena.
But the ferns are
what happened up
here.
there?
We can get to the ferns just through the ravine. Easy. We don't have to overcomplicate things.
Yes, there's climbing involved if we go all the way around. I think we can... It's okay, you can stand back. You are pulling the sledge. No reason to pull the sledge.
That is why
all
she
over the
keeps
place.
huffing, because it's so heavy. She's like, okay.
I would offer assistance, but I don't think it would be much assistance.
No, that's understandable.
Okay.
Krach would like to get as close to where the ferns are as he can before he crosses into the ravine.
Yep. So yeah, under both sets of these trees, you think you see some of them, and given that you only need a couple, you probably only need one of those two batches. So you could probably aim for the one that's further from the boars here.
Perfect. That's what he will do.
And
All right.
you can give me a nature or a stealth for keeping the boars calm.
Here's a nature, because stealth is not good for me.
And if you have a hero point, you may want that.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Oh my god. Can I assist?
You
like
can
aid or
assist, but the assist would not get the 10 out of being a failure. So we are now at Rena. Is that where you want to be? Were you giving them that much space because you didn't want the sledge to be making noise near them, or do you want to be closer?
I didn't want the sled to be making noise, so I was staying back here.
Okay, well, time to go back to initiative, because crashed his way through the ravine and was just a little bit too noisy, and now you know the boars are angry and they are coming after you.
More meat for the town.
I think I don't have Rena in initiative. There we go. I still don't have Rena in initiative. What's going on today? Here we go.
Is our previous initiative still?
I cleared it out, so you have to re-roll.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20. You need to save those natural 20s for combat.
Or skill checks, like you keep doing.
Or skill checks, yeah.
Rena, you are up first. You've kind of heard the bellow of a boar, and you can tell that the efforts to be quiet have not worked out.
Okay, so can I jump across this to get to the other side?
You can try. You can definitely try that.
Is like this what I'm thinking of jumping, you know, or
yeah,
like?
So you would just need a 10 or better. That's true on your athletics, and you have a speed of 30. So I think you're gonna need 15-foot jump on top of the 30-foot move to clear it, given the way that's working. Or you could stride once, then do the running jump, and make it the short jump. So it's kind of up to you how you want to approach it. Do you want to have an action available on the far side or not?
Okay, so this is T1.
This is difficult terrain, so that's why it's showing double the motion here. That's why it's hard to get close. It's underbrush,
Okay.
It's thick here.
So would this be what I'm needing? This right here, or no?
I'm not seeing what you're wanting
can you
to.
not see?
So I'm seeing you move 15 feet north, and then from there doing the running jump. I could see that working. Yes, that'd be 3 actions, but that would work with a pretty easy athletics check.
Like that?
Something like that. Yeah. I'm not gonna be too picky. Oh,
Oh,
you just jumped
God.
over.
Oh, what have I done? Oh, jeez. Help!
Do Control Z. Control Z should move you back. I think you did. That's what happened
I
probably.
think that's what that was happening.
I think you went back to your previous move before that. You were around there.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's no problem. If your goal is still to jump here, it looks like we think you can do that in three actions. So if you want to give me the athletics check at the end of it, and we should be just fine.
Okay, I would like to athletics check.
So you've moved to here, and you then do a running, and then you do a running leap to here, and you do get all the way across over to here. It looks like, and that took you 3
Perfect.
actions, but you're over there now.
Excellent.
Lysanthar.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Let's measure the distance. 60 feet where the boars are.
Yeah,
Does
that's
the
perfect for
fog-
you. Oh, we
Yeah.
need to make sure that your runic weapon is off. Let me double check that for you. Because that only lasted 1 minute.
Could be
Yeah, how do I
expired.
turn
but
off things?
Just right click on the icons in the top right when you have your token selected.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
perfect.
Yep.
There we go. Nice. Can I hunt prey again on
Yes, you can.
this one?
Yep.
Okay. I'll hunt prey. Hunt prey. Oops.
There we go. Okay.
Awesome.
That's
And
one
then-
action, and then you can shoot away.
Excellent. Fire away. Nice.
Great roll. That's a regular hit. Roll the damage.
Right.
You hear a loud squeal coming from that bush as you.
Could I re-roll that? Am I
You
able
can't
to use
re-roll
a
that,
hero
but it
point?
didn't do the hunt prey. So I'll roll the hunt prey damage for you. It's an extra D8.
Okay.
That's better. So that's 8 total.
Okay.
That's better. Yeah, hero points only
Nice.
work on. I'm in the wrong view again. Hero points only work on D20 rolls.
Oh, okay. Understood. All right, and I'll do a second shot.
Yep. So it'd be the
That would
plus
be
4
the,
this time. Yep. Or plus 3, whatever's next to it.
Yep.
That one will just barely miss.
Wait,
It's-
can I re-roll that?
You can, yeah, you can re-roll that.
Sweet. All right, I shall.
If you right-click on the 14, it says re-roll using a hero point.
Okay. 14. Re-roll. Re-roll using hero point. Perfect.
Oh, I think that's gonna get it. That does.
Yeah.
Roll the damage. This one is only the 1 die. You only get the hunt prey on the first strike each round, but still 1 die is good.
Awesome.
A little bit more damage. Okay, that was your 3. Crash. As you came crashing through the ravine, you hear the boars squealing. You've heard 2 arrows go thunking into the one right near you. What do you want to do as you're standing by the ferns you need?
Yeah, he's gonna try and approach. I think he'll come up. Spend 2 actions to get closer to this one. Just keep him pinned in place. And then, I have not attacked once yet. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot.
Okay, that will hit. 16 against AC. That will hit it for 7 points of damage. And
That is all 3.
It's still looking pretty healthy, and it is up next. It does not like you being right here in front of its den. So what's it going to do to you? It is going to strike at you with its tusk, trying to just lift you out of the way and get you out of its face. And with a 20 against your AC, it is going to hit you for 10 points of damage. It has 2 more actions left.
Uh-oh.
What is it going to try? It has athletics.
Crash, that's a bad place to be. Crash, get away from that boar.
It's going to go for I'm going to try to trip you. I need to put a map on this, though.
Whee! Or noises intensifies.
19 against your reflex DC. So reflex DC is your reflex save plus 10.
That's a success.
So it has tripped you, and it has
Oh my
knocked
God.
you to the ground. And it has 1 action left, so it's going to try to gore at you again with its tusk. This is a 3rd attack, though, so this is at +0. And that will still miss, even though you are prone and on the ground. The other one behind it is up next, and this one is
I'm in your mushrooms.
is going to charge Rena.
Okay, I'm in your mushrooms. Look at me.
So it has a 2-action boar charge ability, which lets it strides twice and makes an attack at the end. If it moved at least 20 feet, it does get a bonus on this roll. So it moved far enough. It is going for Rena.
Question.
Yes?
Does this work like a bull? Can I take it with me over the edge?
So you're trying to trick it into jumping into the ravine?
Yes.
Give me... So in lieu of instead of using your nimble dodge, you can try to do that. Give me a deception check.
Okay. Can I reroll that, please?
Yes, you can. You almost threw yourself over there without throwing it.
How do I reroll using a hero point? Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so much better.
So it is still going to hit you. So
That's okay.
It still does this much damage to you, which, max damage. That's not good.
It's in the ravine.
How much damage do you have? You're still okay. You're not dead from that. But then yes, it is going to be. It's going to have overrun, and it's going to have landed prone in the ravine. So
Did it land on anything sharp, perchance? Maybe.
roll me a d6. You can just do /r 1d6, and that will be what it takes from falling damage.
A little bit.
A little bit. And let's see, we need to.
I'm gonna go take this one.
Yep. And I make sure yours is visible to everyone. I don't know. There we go. Always for everyone. And it will then spend its 3rd action to stand back up, but it is still down in the ravine. Finn, you just saw a boar jump off the ravine, fall about 5 feet, 6 feet into the fog. You see Rena looking very worse for wear over there. You see Crash on the ground, also kind of heavily bleeding.
Yeah, things have gotten quite dire quite quickly.
That they have.
Unfortunately, my abilities don't have quite the range to assist them from here. So I believe I have 25 feet of movement.
And it's difficult terrain in the woods here, so it's going to be costing double for anywhere you move.
It is. Is it calculated over here?
It is, yes. If you see how when it's showing you, it's showing a distance plus something. The plus something is showing the difficult terrain added in.
So that what you have there is
I
going to
see,
take
set high.
twice.
Yep. And it's saying, if you see the number of diamonds, that's saying how many moves it thinks it's costing you to get there to that location.
I see. So that's 25 feet. I can get there.
And from there, one boar is 40 feet and one boar is 50 feet.
Still don't have a lot of options, but Courageous Anthem is just one action.
And one
I should be able to get on my allies
before
from
you
here.
do that, just one other thing to make sure I probably should have explained to you. If you look down under your occult focus spells, you also have lingering
Yes.
composition. which is a free action. It would cost one of your 2 focus points, and it could make the Courageous Anthem last 3 or 4 rounds. So you don't need to keep using it every round if you want. If you think this is going to be more than a 1-round fight, that might be worth your actions.
Yes, this does seem to be an encounter that might last a bit longer than the others.
So if you look at that, you need to give me a performance check. And this is a DC 14 performance check. So it's pretty easy.
All right, let us roll that.
Yep,
Oh,
okay.
I think
So
that's got
it is lasting 4 rounds. So everyone can... I'll send that to chat. Everyone can drag that on. I don't think it's going to automate the 4 rounds, but we'll keep track of it and do it manually. I know there's ways to automate it. I've not hooked all those modules up properly. I think also try placing that emanation. If you click that button, it might end up auto-applying the effect to everyone. Of course, that might be that might be obnoxious to see that, unfortunately. But I think everyone, all your allies inside there, probably got it auto-assigned. But I don't think that's worth the visual effect. So maybe we'll...
Night vision acquired.
Yeah, there should be a... if you go onto the checkerboard option on the left-hand side where it says region controls, you can probably click that, and then you can click the trash can icon, and that will get rid of what you placed. There we go.
All right. Excellent.
Good to know. So, okay, and you have 1 action left still.
I think it behoove me to get a little bit closer. I need to go back to token controls.
Yep, back to token controls. And as I said, the deep ravine is going to be greater difficult, so it might be even slower down there, but you can get 1 or 2 feet down there.
I don't think I can...
You can get halfway through, probably.
Yeah, I can't even make a full step forward from here.
You can definitely do 1 step forward. If it's saying you can't, you can still drag yourself 1. There you go.
All right.
Okay.
One little boop forward.
Top of the initiative, Rena, you are up.
Hi, how you doing? Listen, I am in pain. I would like to drink my healing potion. That's an action, yes?
Yep, it'll be 2 actions, 1 to grab it, 1 to drink it.
I want to give you flanking, so I need 2 actions. I guess I won't drink my healing potion then. So, can I come over here and then pull out my rapier and stab? Or is that still too many?
I would say you probably had, I'm going to say because people were worried about the boars, even while you were dragging it, you can have your healing, you can have the rapier out. So you can do, it looks like it's a double move to there with the difficult terrain to get far enough in, but you can get 1 stab and you'll have flanking. Even though Crash is prone, you still have flanking on this, which is great for you.
Yeah, and I wanted to give Crash flanking too, so we can try to attack the boar. Okay, let's see. I want to attack. So that is this one. Oh,
that's a hit because of the flanking.
Oh
my god.
The AC was 15 and 13 with the flat-footed, so you get the hit there, and you get the bonus die for the sneak attack. Nice damage roll. It looks very badly injured now.
Crash, get it!
Lysanthir is up. Yeah, so between the flat-footed and the Courageous Anthem, it needed both those effects to get that hit. So that is the teamwork here. So the one that they're fighting is the one that Lysanthir has hunted prey on.
Finish it off, Lysanthir.
To do.
I'm gonna mark it.
You already have it marked, so you don't need to do that again. That lasts until you change. Until it dies or until you change it. Yep.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Shout.
I will start blasting it.
You'll start laughing at it?
Blasting it, Cath.
You're not a spellcaster, you shoot.
Natural 20. Very
Mark.
nice. That's critical damage, so you should have a critical button next to it. We'll talk about one of the cool things on the bow when you do that. Notice so bows have what they call it didn't roll your extra die. Let me fix that for you. No, sorry. Yeah, it did not do...
Matter?
No, not really, but just to show how much total damage you did. So you did 18 plus double that, so you actually did 34 points of damage with this. So the things to see, on the crit, the base damage, which is that 1d8 plus 8, plus the extra d8 from the hunt prey. So it was 2d8 plus 1, plus bows have the deadly trait. So on a crit, they add an extra die of damage on. And that's where that d10 came from at the end there. So bows are one of the weapons that kind of likes to aim for crits more than other things. It might be a little bit weaker on average, but it gets bonuses on crits. Fatal is an even fancier version of that, which upgrades its own damage die. So instead of being the d8s on the inside there, that would also be a d10 if it was a fatal weapon in some cases. So fatal is picks are often fatal, a lot of other really high kind of variance weapons. But bows, you got a lot of damage there. It does not die. You hear it squeal, you hear it It seems like it is staying alive through just a force of stubbornness. You do think one more hit will kill it at this point.
Yeah, I'm taking another shot.
Yep.
That's gonna be +3.
But no, that one.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Go ahead.
That's really bad. Oh my god.
No, you can't. Okay, you still have one action left though, but it would be a third attack, which is a lot lower.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Third attack.
Oh no, that 16 may have done it. The 3 will not. Okay, Crash.
No.
You are prone. You have a boar that you can tell is kind of swaying on its feet, but the tusks and the eyes are still focused on you.
Yeah, Crash will stand up.
Okay.
And then take a swing.
That does not hit. You wish to hero point if you have one.
I do not have. Question is, do I try a second swing or do I just raise my shield in case?
You have one action left. Oh, Kojo is awarding you a hero point, so you do have one now if you want one.
Yeah, okay. Will you let me use it here?
Yeah, I'll let you use it here.
That's a little
And
better.
that is enough. We know the AC. You needed a 13 before, so you missed by 1 on the original roll. And you can roll your damage, but now it is guaranteed dead. It cannot stave off death a second time like that. So this one is now dead. Oops, not on you.
You're trying to kill us really hard tonight.
I really am. And for the people who have not played Pathfinder as much before, boars have an ability, so do orcs for that matter. It's called boar ferocity or orc ferocity, that as their reaction, they can basically stay alive after a fatal blow. But they have to have a reaction available to use it. So if you hit them twice in a round, that will finish them off. It also ups their wounded value, which does make it more likely that they die on a future hit as well if it comes around. But boars and orcs are infamous for that one more round. If you don't double tap them, they just keep on you. Crash, you still have one action left.
Yep, he's going to... Here, I think I only have 25. Yeah. Crash is going to try and put himself between Rena and the other boar.
Oh, it is in a ravine.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, but... And he'll, as a free action, he'll just tell Rena, stay behind me.
Well, that other boar, I didn't put it on it, but it would have been prone from the fall into the ravine, so there it is.
No, you did. It got up.
That's right, it got
that.
up. That's right. Yep, thank you. So it's going to spend... I'm going to say it can't use its charge ability up the walls of the ravine, but
Seems
it
fair.
can get up to you with, one stride to get to you, and it will then try to gore you once with the tusks.
Rude, but I'll take it.
And it looks like it is going to hit you. And I'm checking the damage on this one. Yeah, I don't like this. You don't like this either, probably. 11 points.
Particularly.
And it has one action left still, so it's going to go for...
I'm going to use my reaction.
You have to use your orc ferocity to stay up here. Oh no. Okay, so just like the boars, you have the same ability. So you have one hit
I should
point.
be prone though, right?
No, that triggers before you get knocked prone.
Oh, all right.
So you're still standing. You're staying here through force of will. You are
But
wounded
it does
one.
give me wounded.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll explain wounded if it comes up. It is making a second strike against you though, and it does miss, which is lucky. So, to explain how dying works for people who have not seen, so in Pathfinder, if you get dropped to 0 hit points, we start tracking dying levels. It goes from dying 1 by default to dying 4. At dying 4, you are dead. On your turn, you would make a recovery roll, which is a flat check, no modifiers, aiming for 10 plus your current dying level. If you beat that, you get better by 1. If you fail it, you get worse by 1. Wounded, which is what Crash has from having staved off the thing here, when he gets dropped, he would go to you add the wounded level onto your starting dying level. So he might start at dying 2 as a result, instead of starting at dying 1. So that's the penalty. Same thing, anytime you recover from dying back to being alive, if you get healed, you get these wounded values. And you can clear the wounded values outside of combat. You can never clear them inside combat. So it is a penalty against yo-yo going up and down in combat. It makes it that much easier to die. Also, the other problems is you would drop all your items. Picking things back up takes a lot of action. So in Pathfinder, compared to 5e, it is very important to try to keep people from going down in the first place. But it is now Finn's turn. And you can reapply the Courageous Anthem. It timed off automatically, but
Yes, let me...
you can share it back to chat. It's not costing an action, though.
There we are.
Perfect.
And I will... My ally is 35 feet away. I will keep trudging through this ravine and get one more step forward, and I will cast Soothe on my ally.
Very
on
nice.
Crash.
Press the roll healing. Magically send some
For 8
soothing
healing.
words over toward Crash.
Oh, thank you.
And you also get the soothing effect for +2 saves. I don't think it's ever going to come up here, but there is a +2 status bonus against mental effects from Soothe. And that was all of Finn's turn. Rena?
That's all I have.
Okay, so I want to move to my friend. How does using a potion on an ally work?
Same way as for yourself, basically. So, you'll have the 2 actions, one to pull it off the belt and one to administer it. And that can be either to yourself or to the ally. Either way is fine.
Okay, I'm going to use my action, 1 action to move, another action to get the potion, and a 3rd action to shove it in Crash's mouth.
So if you go to your inventory, you should be able to click on the potion and click on use. And that should roll it and expend it.
Potion.
Good healing potion.
Yes.
Nice.
Max heal.
There you go, buddy.
was your
You're doing
3.
great.
Thank you, Rena. I will return the favor.
Lysanthar.
That was just
Alright.
as effective as my words of encouragement.
Yeah, but mine costs
Yeah.
money.
All right, I'm gonna target the boar. Did I already set hunt prey on it?
Not on
Or
this
was-
one.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna set hunt prey on this one,
Mhm.
and then I will take 2 shots
See
at
if I
it.
can get this to work properly.
Yeah.
Not sure. Keeps applying it to you and not to the boar when I try. So I think that's I'll have to
I think that's
research.
correct.
Okay, that's what I thought, but it's only rolling the extra dice sometimes. So I'll need to research. I have not played a lot of Rangers.
Mm.
But yep, you can get 2 shots now. And oh,
No, it was on 18.
it was,
I saw
but it missed. One more shot.
All right. Dang. All right.
I mean, it's down kind of. It's in the mist. It's a little hard to see. You want to make sure you're not hitting Crash, and your aim's a little off. You've seen so much blood that you're just really worried about your friends right now, and your aim is just not what it usually is. Crash.
Shoot yourself in the foot.
No, we don't do that, and we don't do that in PF. We don't have critical fails on strikes.
Crash is going to reach his hand behind him and put it on Rena's shoulder and cast a 2-action heal.
Oh.
Heal versus
So
living
clerics
or
have
healing.
heal is an interesting spell in Pathfinder. You can cast it as a 1-action spell, which would have range touch and do a small amount of healing. You can do it as a 2-action one, which has a range of 30 feet, or touch as he's using it, and it does a flat 1d8 plus 8. So you get 8 points of bonus healing by doing it as a 2-action. Or 3-action would kind of be the channel heal, where it does the 1d8 to everyone around you. So it's a very versatile spell with different modes. Unless you need the 3-action AoE heal, the 2-action one is almost always the best option. That plus 8 makes a huge difference. When it's at level 1, 1d8, you can get 1, you could get 8. If it's 9 versus 16, that feels a lot better. So if you click on the apply healing button, Rena, you'd get your healing. And that does a lot. And you have 1 action left, Crash.
Yep. And he is finally going to just raise his shield.
Okay. We have the boar in the ravine, who still can't really charge, which I guess is a good thing. And it's going to try to just gore Crash again. I'm on stream view again. Don't want to be there. Oh, another hit.
What?
Can
I
you
raised my
not?
shield, though.
You raised your shield, and that did save you from a crit,
crit,
actually. And 10 points of damage.
My.
It will try
that would just
another
break
one.
my shield if I blocked with it, so...
And it will miss. And it tries a third one. It does seem like it is angry.
You did kill its mate.
You did, but it missed with all 3 of those. And I see chat is asking for a hero point check. The current status is Finn has 2, Rena has 1, Lysanthar and Crash have none. Finn, you are up again. People can reapply the Courageous Anthem. You have 2 more rounds of it automatically.
Let's
And
see.
Lysanthar is getting a hero point from chat.
Would the guidance bonus be affected by the Courageous Anthem bonus?
Let me see. Guidance. So Courageous Anthem is a status bonus. Guidance is what type of bonus? Let me check.
Also, status, I think.
+1 status bonus.
Yeah, so they would not stack.
It's an interesting spell that might mess with this creature's activities. I would like to cast Agitate.
Agitate. This is one of my favorite spells. This maybe is why I gave it to you. It makes things have to run around, which if you have...
And he seems to be in a difficult position to run around.
Yeah. So he has to make a will save, which is not... he's decent at it, but let's see how he does. He fails. So, yep, that's going to last 2 rounds. And if he doesn't run around, he takes damage. And given that he's kind of an animal intelligence, I probably will make him run around. So it might not do any damage, but it's going to waste one of his actions not attacking. That can't be comboed into the boar charge either. It's just kind of a wasted action for him. So that's what's on him. And you have one action left there.
I don't want to draw its attention, especially after I've agitated it, so I'll just kind of try to hide in this foliage here.
Sure, you can give me a stealth check. You can
Miss Rena, like this?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect.
Excellent.
Just like that. Stand stoically. Perfect.
And Rena, you are up now, having directed Finn how to hide behind the narrowest sapling you've ever seen.
Oh, it's the best. We're
Nice.
good. Oops. We're so good at video games. Okay. I want to get behind. I want to go here to flank. Is that doable?
Yes, that took you 2 actions to get there because of the ravine, but that is flanking with the ravine, so...
Okay. And then I attack.
Yep.
And this is a terrible idea. Why have I done this? I'm gonna die. That's probably fine.
That critically hits it because of the
Let's
flanking.
go!
So press the critical
Nice.
button. And just like we were talking about with the bow being deadly, the rapier is also a deadly weapon. So you've got a lot of dice there, if you noticed that.
Damn.
You had, a d6 from the weapon itself. You have another d6 from the sneak attack, and all of that gets doubled by the crit. And then
Let's go.
then the deadly adds on afterwards. So it's 26 total points of damage, which
He's still up.
has it also using the ferocity to stay alive.
Great. I can't attack anymore. Next.
All right.
You already have it hunted, so
Yep.
you can just shoot.
So, yep, blasting it in all three shots in, hopefully. Let's get it. Oh my god.
That's a
I
hit,
have
though.
That's a hit.
That is a hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, it's a hit? Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Good.
trying to think
Oh.
why. Yes, it's a hit because of the Courageous Anthem. That's what it took to make that into a hit.
Phew.
Should kill it, right?
Go ahead and roll the damage, and it's guaranteed kill, but we let him roll the damage. Yep.
Oh, minimum.
And we
What
are
the-
out of combat. Minimum damage was still enough to kill Steel after Rena's
Good
amazing
job,
hit.
Lys.
Yay, my horrible rolls.
I'm going to angrily crawl out of the fog. I hate fog.
Give me a few moments. I must treat my own wounds.
Yeah.
Take all the time you need.
That was a scary encounter. You guys were really in peril back there.
And so while
Can
Crash...
you say that any more pompously, please?
You were very much in peril. All right.
That was sarcasm.
Let's not waste the boars. Let's
Go find your grass. I'll get the boars taken care of. Your ferns. Sorry. Go find your ferns. I'll take care of the boars.
Are you good at harvesting boar pelts, Rena?
I am not in the mood right now, Lysol.
Oh, I saw.
Nobody can see me. I'm practically invisible.
You are perfect, Vince. Perfect.
Finn, what are you doing standing there? Come help me with these ferns.
Of course.
I too will help with the ferns since Rena is very cranky.
So I took 10 minutes to treat my own wounds, which got rid of the wounded condition for me.
Yep, great.
And now I would like to, I guess, make a nature check to find or to harvest some of these ferns.
Go right ahead.
That's a good one.
Yep. Yes, so you think you have harvested enough. You're still left some samples behind. You know this area will repopulate more ferns in the future, but you have got the amount that Elga was asking you to acquire of all 3 resources.
At the risk of throwing 2 more checks in here, I, the player, know that you can't, excuse me, you can cultivate ferns by taking cuttings and planting them, typically. And I want to know if I can make a roll to see if A, Crash knows that as well, and B, if he does, if he can make a cutting to bring back to
you
her
can give
so that
me
she
you
can
can
do
give me
that.
another nature roll to see if Crash knows that.
Okay.
In this particular case, you know this variety, similar to what you did with the bittercress, it might be easier just to take a large root ball back. You've heard this variety itself isn't the most susceptible to propagation by cutting, but
Okay.
you know they have very sensitive roots, so you do need, similar to the bittercress, which you actually know now at this point, you've actually overestimated how much roots they needed, but these ones you know do need a huge root mass to survive a transplant.
Okay. He would like to try.
Yep.
On anything that's left.
Yeah, in this case, since you know how large you need, I would go with the athletics check because it's just a lot of digging. You know you're giving
Okay.
a lot of space for it.
Well,
Yep. You don't destroy any of them, but you spend another 10 minutes here just you can't find a way to get under this root ball. There's enough rocks or other problems. There's the tree roots, and you just can't seem to find a way to get a large enough root ball around of these ferns here.
Well, at least we know where they can be found in the future. We can pass along where to find it.
Valuable information for the townsfolk.
I agree.
And what are you doing?
While they're doing that, can I have taken the boars and used this wall over here to drain them?
Sure. Yep. Give me a survival check for how well that goes for you, but you know basic field dressing of animals. You've been living in the woods not in the woods, but you've been living on your own for some period of time. And yeah, you do a good job of getting rid of some of the interior organs and the blood, and just, it's going to improve the quality of the meat by having done that right after death and not having it kind of stagnate and go a little putrid. And what are you doing now?
You got everything, right?
Yes, we've collected all of the ferns that we need, and I think we have all of the other plants. Shall we head back to town?
Sure.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Can you help me carry these boars to our sled?
Sure.
Certainly.
So yeah, you spend a good amount of time going back through the woods. The sledge has gotten a little heavy with your 3 trilobites, your large pile of earth and bittercress, and now 2 boars as well. It probably takes you maybe 4 or 5 times as long as it took you to get out here in the first place. But you still get back to the village around, it's probably around 4 p.m. And villagers are kind of staring at you with this weird sledge of a little bit bruised and mutilated crawfish.
It's okay. The meat, it just tenderizes the meat.
And what are you doing back at town?
Let's go deliver the things.
To the lady!
We can go deliver these herbs and see if she knows who we can give all this meat to.
Yeah, so she meets you at the door of her apothecary, and you present to her all of the plants you've gathered. She seems extremely happy about this. She gives each of you 1 gold plus 2 each of your choices of either elixir of life, antidotes, or anti-plagues. Of course, we don't need to deal with that for the one shot, but that's probably about 10 gold pieces each in terms of value. So it's a very, very generous reward. You would know, especially Rena probably knows, this is only because she was so worried about her supply being empty. And of course, some of these she was making up she probably told you to come back tomorrow morning to get the samples that she has to make from these. But she is very, very happy with what you have done, and she seems ecstatic about the idea of being able to grow some of the bittercress in the backyard. The bittercress, she says, is what's made for the anti-plague, and that's what was in shortest supply after the undead attack that she was afraid of disease going through the community. So she was very happy to have a renewable source of that locally. And she then tells you about, probably the mayor, who I don't have a name for, I should write that down, to take ownership of the food to do a nice big kind of communal cook-off for the village. The amount you brought back is way more than the village would even need, so they'll probably salt and store at least one of the boars. They know that the crawfish style does not keep well, so they will use all that up immediately, and maybe mix in some of the boar as well for kind of a combined jambalaya stew of some kind.
Yum.
And
maybe throw some of that.
Maybe a headman would probably be the more appropriate term. It's not really large enough to have a mayor, so yeah, a village elder.
Maybe we'll throw some of that stuff that Rena ate that numbed her tongue. Throw that into the jambalaya too, just to give it a little kick.
Little kick and a little extra protection against disease.
Sure, I guess. Did
You
we
had
get
a taste
extra?
of it, Miss Rena. Would that be a complimentary ingredient for this jambalaya of sorts?
It's way too bitter. I wouldn't put it in.
Perhaps not the right seasoning then.
It's a good thing we asked her to eat it for us first.
Thank you for your scientific discovery.
Of course, that's how you know what herbs are. You gotta eat them.
It is true.
And so the 4 of you have a nice dinner with the town here, and you do feel like you have really helped this group out. Elga looks much happier with her ability to keep the town safe with her potion stock, and she might ask you in the future for more advice about how to maybe try to cultivate the bloodwort, the fern, because that is the elixir of life. That's kind of the non-magic healing potion thing that she used to make. That probably is usually in the higher demand item if it wasn't for the fear over the spread of disease that right now made the the bitter cress a little more valuable for her. And the town is happy with the extra food. They are known that they used to, forage in the woods some, but with the result of the recent undead rising here, they've lost 2 or 3 of their foragers. They've lost some of their workers in town, and they are more focused on repairing. And so meat was in short supply. They still had vegetables and some grains, but meat was not something they had time to hunt right now. So the village is very happy with you all, and they hope you are going to stay around for a bit longer. They do say that in general, though, they may have to do more barter in goods rather than money. They don't have a lot of gold flowing through the town. Elga was the biggest trader in town that often provides some of her wares to the visiting merchants, but she tends to keep most of them for the town as it is. But they are very happy with what you have done. And I think we're at a great stopping point for the night. So thank you so much. Thank you to the audience. I hope you've all enjoyed this little one-shot here. And thank you, players. I had a great time with all 4 of you. That was a lot of fun. Anything you want to say to audience?
Thanks for coming along with us.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for watching.